What's up, Sports to the Bone family? What's up, guys? How are you all doing? Yeah, man. We haven't been live in a couple of days. So we are taking the time out to see if we can iron out certain things on this evening's live. It's a beautiful Saturday evening. I am hoping that everybody is doing okay. Hope you guys are ready to spend some time and talk some sports. We see Shanique Johnson in the house saying good vibes. Yeah, man, contact 20 here as usual. Always here, always early. Yeah, man, it's indeed a pleasure, contact 20. I sure do appreciate your support, always there. All right, guys. So as I said, we have a couple of things to talk about. We're gonna see if we can get them out of the way quickly tonight. Right, Gustav in the house telling the people that make sure that you hit that like button, like up the stream. Yeah, Lyndon. Good evening. Good evening. All right. So the news in the cricketing world today. I did a video about it earlier on today. West Indies, they have announced that they are about to start the process of recruiting, a new team of selectors. Now, as I said in the video that I did earlier today, Roger Harper, he will not be continuing after December the 31st as lead selector. I mean, his contract will run out at the end of December. It would have been very surprising if they would have come out public and say, here what, his contract is up, but we are going to renew it. You understand? So it is what it is, my viewers and subscribers. It's been a very, very dark period for West Indies cricket. And we are not saying that the change is gonna bring results right away. We're not saying that. And if we were to say that, it would just simply show that we do not understand the sport or we don't understand what's happening in West Indies cricket. We're not saying that, but it is a step. It is a step in the right direction. And we are hoping that the step will bring transparency. You understand? We don't really want anybody else to come and it's as if they are running the thing like it's their own property. And when you are questioned about certain things, about why persons are not selected, what is the protocol, or what is the requirement, you are going to say that you are not obligated to tell anybody anything. Those sort of foolishness cannot continue. And that is one of the main issue that I had. I remember when a couple of players weren't selected and they were questioned, they were asked, the selectors that I'm talking, they were asked what is happening, what is it that players need to do, what are they not doing. And we were basically told that they are not obligated to tell us anything. I can understand you guys wanting to keep their policies and all of that to yourselves, but in the eyes of the fans, if we see players outperforming certain players on the regional circuit and also in some of the franchise leagues, and then for some reason those players cannot get in the team, it is only common sense. We are going to question what is happening. We are going to question why is it that these players cannot get into the team, yet still they are always outperforming some of the other players that get in the team. Is it what is it? Is it that they are working off talent? Is it that they are working off results? We don't know. So that is why the questions will always be, we are always going to ask a question. And funny enough, the other persons coming, they might be worse. They might be worse, but you have to give it a shot. You have to give it a try. You understand? I am not saying they will step in and automatically become worse or step in and automatically fix things. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that. What I'm saying is that you have to give things a try. You have to be open to new ideas if the current one is not working. They say if something is not broken, do not fix it. Well, our cricket is broken, and that is something that needs to be done. You understand? The players themselves need to step up, and I understand that. And we can go around and come back around again and say that they are not going to ever be at the level of some of the international players. because they are not playing the amount of cricket that some of these guys are playing. The leagues are not as competitive. The pitches are not set up in a way to bring challenge. We can complain about all of that. You understand? But fixing this part is was a must. Because if you look at it, we might not have a whole lot of players. So the pool that we select from, we want to make sure that we select the right players. And if the players that are performing and making runs are not able to get selected, then we should be told why. You understand? Yeah, man. And I am only here. Is only what's his name? Roger Harper and what's the other guy's name? I don't remember the other guy's name, but only two persons I hear them talking about. So I know Roger Harper would have been the lead selected, and then I guess that guy, next guy, would have been the one working with him. But as I see Tyrese here asking if those were the only selectors, why right now those are the only ones that I am hearing about. And you see, I don't know much about selecting and all of that, but I am thinking that for an international team, you cannot put the fate of the team in two persons' opinion. I am not saying that if you get a 5-man selection panel, they will automatically do better. But I don't think those two would think there, because as you can imagine, the coach would probably have a little say, and then Roger Harper and the next guy. But we want to hear if there, if there's anybody else in the background or in the shadows or anything like that. We want to know what is happening. Yeah, see, Davis reminding me now. So it's Roger Harper and Miles Bascom, I think the next guy. Yeah, Miles Bascom. So those are the two persons that I saw on the website that they were talking about. You understand? And we know that these guys, changing it out will not fix it. And 2022 might be a rough year. It might be a challenging year. We have a whole lot of cricket to play. Doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to win the series. Doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to win the games. But at the end of the day, for too long, we see where players that are not really performing currently just easily get in the team, and it seems there's some sort of unbalance. Because when we say unbalance, we're talking about players that are not currently performing, and then they get in the team, and you hear that, well, these guys have the experience, and then we know the whole issue that we have been going back and forth about already. So we don't even want to call out any individual's name, any player name and thing. But as I said, guys, I am aware that it won't fix the problem. It won't solve the problem. This will not teach our young cricketers to bat, because at the end of the day, some of these guys that are playing, the batting is the problem. The batting is the problem. You understand? And the selector new selectors might be able to select a couple of other players that probably would warrant selection over one or two players, but then you still have the core of the team that are they are going to be there. You understand? And these guys are the ones that are also being inconsistent. You understand? So that is something that definitely going to be need to sort it out. Yeah, man. So what a opening statement, what a opening talk. 9 minutes me there a rant go on, guys. All right, let me see if I can read a couple of the comments then now. So Peter Cherry say hopefully this change in the hopefully this is a change in the right direction for West Indies cricket. Definitely. You understand? We hope that we will see more. Frank JRC, why do we need new selectors? Well, in my opinion, we need new selectors because the process of selecting the players, in my opinion, I remember I don't have any sort of power stronghold over CW or anything, Frank. I'm just saying, in my opinion, the process of selecting players over the past 2 years or so. It has not been very transparent. I know it's something that we have struggled with, but it has not been very transparent. And then we see players that are performing currently that cannot get in the team, and then we see other people that not performing that would have probably performed years ago get into the team and then fail, and they still go with them. And when we ask, well, not we, I didn't ask anybody anything, but when the Guyana Cricket Board and other personnel came out and asked, what is the criteria? Why are you selecting these players that are no longer performing and guys that are performing in the CPL that you claim is what you use to select your T20 World Cup? Well, they don't use that solely, but that is where a lot of the players will get a chance to showcase your talent. Some of the players that perform there, some of the players that perform in the Super 50. And granted, you know, these guys might come in and they might not do well, but at the end of the day, this is what you say you want the players to perform in so that you can select them. So when they go out there, Frank, and perform, then it is only fair that you select the guys. You understand? And you see, where persons might think it's a matter of being ungrateful. It's not ungrateful, you know. You go to your job, not Frank in specific, no, I'll answer your question, Frank, but to all of the listeners here that are of working age, you go to your work, give them a solid 10 years, right? Give them a solid 10 years, especially a workforce that is not well funded. Give them a solid 10 years and put them on the map and do a whole lot for them. And then you have a 2 or 3 bad years that you are definitely not producing, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and see what is going to happen. Look and see what is going to happen. You are not able to carry out your function, and you will see exactly what will happen. You understand? But yeah, man, guys. As we say, we know that it's not. We see persons watch the video. I see a couple of persons watch the video that I did this morning, this afternoon. I'm not sure if they actually listened or they just looked at the thumbnail where we're saying that West Indies and the selector part ways. I'm not sure if they listened or they just look at the thumbnail and then they just started to rant. But you guys will notice that in covering the story, I made sure to bring it across in such a way that once you understand the cricket and you understand where West Indies cricket is at, you know, it wasn't a case of me saying, well, Christmas come, Santa Claus, we have turned the corner, we are going to win. No, it was just me just highlighting the fact that, you know, this is an issue that we spoke about, and apparently they are moving to address it. At the end of the day, you know, guys, you see, sometimes persons might be booted out, and then the idea remains. So whoever is there to take over, or whoever is there to come into the spot, if they come with the same sort of philosophy and the same sort of idea, then we might have the same issue. You understand? And I won't go ahead and belt out any name of any past famous player that should step into the role and should, you know, will be the savior. I'm not going to do that. You understand? We need the new selectors, but I'm not going to step out and say, this man should be the selector, this man should be the selector, this man should be the selector, because we hear them do a couple of interviews and they sound as if they know what they are saying, or because they would have been very successful at playing the game. I know that when you play the game at a high level, it is not too difficult to spot certain things. So you can spot certain things and make changes, right? And recommend things. You understand? That is why you have a director, because those persons are able to spot things and should be able to recommend certain changes and things. You know, so whoever is going to be getting this post, I can't say that they are going to get it based off merit, or they are going to get it based off the interview process and how they would have laid out a plan or whatever, because we know how politics work, we know how things work. But all we can say, whoever is coming in, we are looking for transparency, we are looking for communication, we are looking for the younger players that keep on failing the fitness test. We're looking for you guys coming out and letting them know that here what this is the issue. You need to work on this. And when certain players that we can clearly see are not able, that we can clearly see and think, because we don't know what's going on behind there, but based on how they move on the field, when you have a couple of players selected over guys that you think would be fitter than them and are basically not performing just the same, and the selectors decide to select them, we need to know why. You understand? These are some of the things. We need to know why. We need to know what the issue is. You understand? Why? That is my thing, you know. We need to know why. Why is it that this is the standard? We understand that if a man is ill and you expect him to recuperate in time for a tournament or so, then you're gonna select him if you know that he's, you know, he's of that quality. But if it is the case that a man is not impaired, like injured or anything, you know, or so, and we know that the age, the age, if a man is performing and making runs and he's not as agile as the younger players, we know that there might be some leadway. But at the end of the day, if a particular player is not making runs, not doing anything, and he's just going to be there, we want to know why. We want to know why. You understand? So those are some of the things that we are going to be looking at. I haven't heard any name. You understand? I haven't heard any name, and in terms of who might be throwing their hats in the ring, you know, this is you see, this is a very important post. So a lot of the past players that probably would have some sort of qualifications, or they would have what the CW I think they need, then this would be a perfect opportunity for them to put up their hands and say, you know what, we are always talking about West Indies cricket, how to improve it. So since as I know that I can identify players, let me give you an eye to spot them. I know that this is not going to happen, but I'm just going to give you guys an example. Well, let me not say I know it is not going to happen, but I doubt it is going to happen. But say, for example, somebody like Ian Bishop, right? Not saying he's going to be a selector. Listen to me carefully, you know, guys, because I know that after we finish the video, I'm going to see some comments saying that Sports to the Bone say Ian Bishop will or Ian Bishop should. I know some of these guys are, you know. But say, for example, somebody like Ian Bishop, and for you guys who listen and watch cricket and hear Ian Bishop commentating, you would you would have heard him on several occasions explaining things, what you look for in players, how you spot young talent, how you groom them. And I understand that selectors are not definitely going to be there to groom, but just the way in which he speaks, you know, how he talk about the youngsters, looking at them from the under 19 coming through, being able to spot things, being able to say, all right, this man is good, but you know, if he tweak this a little somewhat, then he might be able to you know, yeah, man. But as we know, this man, Ian Bishop, Sir Ian Bishop, he's doing a lot of commentary work, commentating work around the world these days, and the T20 scene. So it is it's highly unlikely that he would go for a post like that. You understand? Traveling the world and commentating T20 cricket would be good. You know, it is good. But as I said, Sir Ian Bishop, that man, you see, there are certain commentators, when I am watching cricket, I don't only listen to the call that they are calling the game, but I listen to how they speak. You know, and once West Indies is playing, then you know they are going to be giving you some history and they are going to be talking. Tyrese, man. That is the same name that I was going to say. Example, somebody like a Fazir Mohammed, right? These guys, we hear them talk a whole lot about youngsters and watching them and coming through. At the end of the day, them being politically correct when they are commentating doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to hit the nail on the head once they are in the job. So that is why I'm saying, this is not me saying that these guys are going to get the job or they should get it, because we cannot see the future. We don't know if they get the job, if they are going to lick it on the head and say, yes, these are the right players and these are the players that we are going to work with. And I understand how these sort of roles work. Sometimes a man might start out, sometimes a man might start out with a clean heart and say, all right, we're going to do the best to groom the thing. And by a couple of years, by there and there for a period of time, it's as if the whole thing get corrupt and a man just start doing things based off what they're hearing. They are not using their eyes to really look and decipher which player to use. Contact say Ian Bishop studies the game thoroughly. Only problem is that we would miss the voice in the commentary box. Exactly. The man they study the game and know the game and watch youngsters. You understand? A lot of the things that I am now aware of, I would have learned those things from people like Ian Bishop, Fazir Mohammed, and those guys. You understand? This next guy here is extremely good also. Think he's from Barbados. He hosts the show. Andrew Mason, another name. Another name that is there. That based on who I hear these people speak, I know they follow the game. Not only because, let me not say not only because this is their job, so they have to keep up to date. But these guys know exactly what is happening. Sometimes it seems from the under 15 level come up to 19 to the senior players. These are the type of minds that we need. We need minds that are critical thinkers, minds that know what they are looking for. Look at India. India, they have moved into a next, they have transitioned. You see what happened? 3 of their greats, they are now in charge. And I'm not saying that they are going to go ahead and win everything. But, these are the guys that you need people that are thinking the game. We see they have Vivesh Lakshman, Rahul Dravid, and Saurav Ganguly. These guys taking over the thing. You understand? Frank say I rather Bishop for a commentary. Yeah, man, we would lose him, we would miss him. But that's what I'm saying, these are the type of minds that we want. As if Frank saying Curtly Ambrose and Andy Roberts, Vivian Richards. These are past players that, one would think that they would do a good job, but the issue is, you see, it can be a case where people just choose not to come out and speak on things, or because they are not in the position to really speak, so you don't hear as if they are. It doesn't seem as if they are following the cricket. You understand? But these are names that one would expect would want the best for West Indies cricket. So who to tell, one or two of these guys might end up there. At the same time, it can be a next no-name person, a next politically connected person, and that politically connected person might go in and do a good job, or that politically connected person might go in and make a fool of themselves. You understand? Sheldon Smith is saying, how much do selectors get paid? I'm not sure. But that is why I said, especially Sir Ian. Sir Ian seems as if he loves it. He's commentating. It's going to allow him to travel. He's not tied down to one particular thing. He can move around and thing. But at the end of the day, a man leaving their thing, they are always going to weigh up the money. It doesn't matter what anybody wants to say. I know this for a fact that you see, a man is always going to want to give up self to serve their country. But in this day and age, people want to get compensated. This is not World War I or World War II, where you go out there and just fight because you are a patriot. People going to be looking at the package. You understand? They're going to be doing this. They're going to wait up. They're going to wait and say, all right, boy, based on my age right now, I think I need to stay here, even though I could probably do this and help out the team. You understand? So that is the thing. Grant is saying, what about Shivnarayan Shandopal? No, where Shivnarayan Shandopal is concerned, he's currently well, I think they are finished now, but he was doing his badge, his coaching thing, and I would like to see him at the under 19 level coaching right now. You understand? This man is a very reserved man, somebody that seems to be very, very You know, based on watching him over the years, he's a man that is always, you know, he seems to be a man that walks straight and narrow. He's not usually in the whole political thing and thing based on what I know, but I would always want to know that Shiv Narayan Shandopal is there helping where the coaching is concerned. This man's love for batting, love for the game, his understanding of the game, I think he would make a good coach. But then you would have the problem now. If you have a man like Shiv working with the youngsters and then when it is time for them to be selected, they are being sidestepped, then that is going to be a problem same way. Contact 20 says, sports to the bone. Problem is that players have egos. They can't handle the rough truth. Sir Curtly Ambrose and Robert says, yeah, and it doesn't suit a role on CWI. Exactly. So that might be a problem. When people go out and think that they have dominated the world of cricket or the world of franchise cricket, then the ego becomes inflated to the level where they might not want to take any talk. And that is where we might go wrong, because some of the best players around the world, they are taking instructions from average coaches. You understand? People that go through these people would have probably played the game and would have you know, done well. Frank say, how about removing Phil Simmons and putting Chris Gayle? Putting Chris Gayle where? Where Frank? Or Clive Lloyd. Sir Clive Lloyd, he's also doing some commentary work. Remember Sir Clive Lloyd, I think he recently stepped down. He had a post, you know, he was actually, I don't remember the post, but he was actually in charge of something there. You know, we need people who are unbiased, knowledgeable of the game and willing to listen. Yep. Cabby Trinidad and Tobago Limited say the next T20 series players like Drakes and O'Shane Thomas gonna might not get picked after the poor performance. And you see the problem, Cabby Trinidad and Tobago, the problem is that all of these guys played in the same game. You understand? Same series and in the same games. So it was expected that they were going to get you know, some leaks, as you guys like to say. But I am hoping that these guys will develop and they will get better. And it was rough treatment. They went up against two batsmen that would have dominated the world of cricket over the last year. You understand? So they might not get picked. They might not get picked to play in the next series together. All of them, you might not see all of them turning up together. But these guys need to be rotated in and out until one or two of them, you know, start performing to a level where they are fixed into the team. All right, Frank said Chris Gayle need to take over the coaching job. To me, selection panel is a very book to paper oriented job. Certain legends are more effective outside administrative work. In other words, they may be bored doing selection. All right, that says Tyrese Philip. All right, Tyrese. I soon open the live now so you guys can come on and have a talk, because I have been going at it for almost 30 minutes. Well, I didn't even realize that I was actually talking for so long. DeAndre said the fact is everybody knows the money and Russell is criticized, but the fact is you are not guaranteed to be selected, so you can not the players for accepting lucrative offers. That is true. That is true, DeAndre, and that is why I personally always say that we know that even if you perform CWI, they might not select you. But that is on the flip side. That is why nobody should be an automatic pick because they are dominating the world of franchise cricket. If you are not able to work out something with the board or with the team, then I can't see you as an automatic pick that is not performing. Let us put it like that also. That is not performing for the national team. You understand? I know that the West Indies will never be able to match up the money that these guys are making around the world. And I would be very out of order to say that the guys need to give up their contracts and come and play for West Indies. I will not say that, because in the past we would have seen where CWI would have treated players like dirt. So I am not going to say that. And we know that there needs to be a balance, yes, but there also needs to be a structure where players don't just pick themselves. You understand? I don't believe in people being authoritarians, you know, but I believe in structure. I believe that if I am the selector, the coach coming down, I should be able to select this team based on merit and not based on popularity or anything like that. You know, that is why I get a lot of bashing. I have some weird ideas. Contact 20 say, well, our next match isn't until January versus Ireland. Why haven't we squeezed a test match versus them? We should play a test as prep for England. Right now, Contact 20, I would take it. I would take that test right now to at least, as I said, to at least get some chance. Because you see what is happening to Joe Root here. Let me not say what is happening to him because he got a 80, I think, in the first game. And then last night he got a 60. You know, but Joe Root is if Joe Root is gonna play against us, we're gonna be looking to you know, probably give him a couple of centuries, you know, and things. So we need our bowlers firing, we need our batsmen firing, we need everybody firing and all cylinders. I want a new batting coach and fitness coach, says Tyrese. Yeah, the batting coach not really cutting it. But the problem with the fitness coach, the problem is, boy, it is so weird. We don't know what is happening. The younger players cannot pass the fitness test, and people that can hardly move, can hardly walk, passing the fitness test. Frank said Gail coaching instead of Phil. All right, boss, I hear you. To be honest, we didn't expect our inexperience to win any games, but the last 2 games were competitive. Yeah, man. All right. Henry say O'Shane Thomas is basically a non-entity. He is not learning at all. Henry, I wouldn't even waste my time talk about that man, yeah, man. They cannot batter bowl, says Brown. Has anyone ever seen O'Shane bowl a slower ball? I won't even waste my time to talk about him. It doesn't make any sense. Andrew Rossi is playing to eat, not to play. O'Shane has 1 ball, and that's called Wild and Speedy. We badly need a batting coach for about that. All right. I think one of them big names to take that position, someone with respect like Viv Richards. All right. Joe Root back must be broken from carrying England test team so much. Yeah, Contact 20. And he played extremely well. It has been a good year for him. You understand? David Malan got a 80 yesterday. Last night, you know, he got a 80, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Leonard to coach West Indies, a joke this. All right. I am happy to see Moti impressing and debut. Yeah, Moti was looking good, you know, was looking good. He bowled his 4 overs for 29 runs. Could have taken a wicket, but the catch was put down by the skipper. You know, so it was good. All right. I'm going to be letting in persons now. So let me see. Ian is here. All right. Marlon is here. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So we're just here talking about the decision that was taken by CWI not to renew Roger Harper and Miles contract at the end of December. So they are, according to them, they are currently recruiting persons to fill that post. So, you know, I basically spend the last 34 minutes talking about it. So I'm going to be hearing your views. And before I give you guys a chance to go, let me just quickly give you guys the latest update in that second Ashes game that is being played. So Australia, they batted first. They got 473 for 9 declared. Marnus Lamache, once again doing his thing, he got a century. I think it was about 103. Steve Smith got in the 90s. Yeah, man. Let me just double check. Steve Smith got 95. David Warner got 95. Steve Smith got 93. You understand? England, they were bowled out for 230 36, with David Malan getting 80, Joe Root getting 62. So Australia, they are doing their thing. Australia is batting again, 45 for 1, lead of 282. So, those are the two things that we are looking at, the Ashes test and West Indies and their decisions. So, yeah, man, guys, you can go ahead and let me know what you are saying. Sir Ian.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Remember to mute as you come on, guys. Yes, sir, Ian. So the decision came to not renew the selector's contract. What say you on this topic?
Well, the thing is, when you look at the bunch of players we have in an event, I really want to come down to how these selectors, because the same fellas we were talking about, they had an opportunity in the match.
Mm-hmm.
All the this young boy Drakes and Odin and all of them, and the bowler set a tata and get wood. They get one set of wood coming down to the end of the match and lose the match. Right? So all this argument about these fellas should have made the World Cup team. Right? They played that team which didn't even win the World Cup. But in Pakistan didn't win. Right? Australia won. So my thing is, if it is the problem with the selectors, how come these young fellas, yes, the batting they don't, but the same batting we talking about, the men who make the runs and who was selected, it was Bravo. But Bravo make some runs, even though he wasn't well and so on. You had Pooran make runs. You had this boy, this guy, what's his name? Brooks and the other guy.
Shamar Brooks got some runs.
Brandon King
got some runs. Brandon King.
King, right.
So those are the guys that got some runs.
Right.
Brooks, King, and Shea-Hope.
They were selected. So it looked like the selectors got it wrong. They were selected, but just was not performing. And to just change selectors, I not say you can change it all you want. But if batsmen decide to really bat with confidence, because look how Brandon King kind of, get back in groove, or they say Stella get back in groove. Also, Brandon King started to get on aggressive and started to run down the thing and started bat the way we know his ability can have always done. So when the selectors had pick him knowing that he have the ability, Brooks and them fellas have the ability, Bravo have the ability, Pooran have the ability, even the bowlers they have the ability, but it's just that some of them, for some reason, especially during the World Cup, just decide not to perform. You know what I'm saying? So that is my look at it. I don't think. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that it probably would have been a little different in the World Cup because you would be looking at a mixture and a balance. These were all rookies in a game at the same time. These were all basically new players in a game at the same time. What we're talking about when we look at the World Cup, we're talking about having a good mixture. So only one or two of these guys probably would have made the final 11, but then it would have given you a better mix going into the World Cup. But in terms of putting all of them on the field together without any experience, especially the Odin Smith, I
don't think anybody was calling for that.
Yeah, the Odin Smith, the Drakes, and the Romar Shepherd, all of these guys bowling together. Against Pakistan, we know it wouldn't have gone well, so we weren't based well. I personally wasn't expecting anything of the sort for the World Cup. We're just thinking it would have been a better mixture, but who to tell?
Those were the players that we chastise the selectors for not bringing those guys in, and we see what they offer. Because I told you, Carrie might tell you, talking all this thing about Drakes and the game was such a one of the big in the 10, the T10 and all. I remember I said that all them fellas that he was bowling should have made the West Indies game one set of licks in these other leagues. I don't know if you remember I said that some time ago. They come and they bring the same form there and they get one set of licks. Them fellas throw in the last match. Right? And next thing.
Yeah,
thing, you notice Moti bowl well, right? Then
he He bowled 4 overs at 29 runs. Would have had a wicket. He was
Right.
good.
So what if Moti was picked with Odian is Ali our bowler? What Trinidad bowler name again?
Ravi Rampal.
No, the
spinner Akil Hussain.
Akil. You can imagine.
Akil Hussain.
You can imagine if two of those guys were picked for those last matches. If you were trying to say they should pick 2 spinners or they should even pick 3 spinners, they came and they picked these guys again, but the spinners perform well. Even to some degree, this guy, this guy Walsh, you know, I mean, he's a tremendous fielder. He didn't perform as good as he should, but overall, the spinners perform better than the seamers. But yet, still, they keep packing the team up instead of seamers. So, them fellas work more than these selectors, like Simmons and them. You have to figure out what it is they're doing. They need to look at Simmons and them because, like, they don't have a brain. Because how could you see these spinners performing so good and let always when I wanted you to pack this side with seamers, you do the opposite. When I tell you pack this side with spinners, you do
the reverse.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yes, Marlon. What say you? Yes, sir.
Well,
Ian. Yeah, man.
I disagree with Ian about packing the team with spinners. I don't think you could pack a T20 team with spinners. It's hard to have your spinner bowling numbers 16 over 16 to 20. You need your seamers there, and you probably need a seamer in power play. So I don't think you could ever pack a T20 team with spinners. But I'm not sure what to make of the selectors going, because in the video you mentioned that Phil Simmons and the captains are the ones who will be in the room while the new panel is being selected. So who is to tell they won't select somebody who they have control over? So that to me was a red flag, and I feel as if, you know, the selectors were expendable. You know, like when a political campaign fails, the first person who you could find as a good scapegoat to get rid of
campaign manager man or the director.
Yes. Yes. That is how I feel about the selectors going. I feel they're a scapegoat. Nonetheless, I don't think it's a bad decision to change and go in a different direction. But that we just need to be consistent, because one of the biggest problems we have with this team is what the fitness policy. I agree that the fitness policy should be enforced, but we have to do it straight across the board. There is no way you could tell me that what his name is, Sherfield and Rutherford fail a fitness test, and what is the fast, and Ocean Thomas could pass, man.
Yep.
In no universe could you convince me that those two players, somebody have their mic.
Is very fit.
Yeah, like
I want to ask that question while you're there now, because you're disagreeing with me. What over Narayan used to bowl in that 2020?
Normally they would bring him in after the power play. I give him one power play.
They used to bowl at the end too, coming down for when.
Yeah, man, Narayan would have a couple of his at the end, but I think the quality would be the quality is different.
He also bowlers made the Super Bowl, you know.
Yeah, man, Narayan would bowl maybe one or so, like probably over number 18 right. Thereabout.
Exactly.
Probably, but you need your seamers though,
the quality is the difference.
You have seamers. You have a whole set of all-rounders at the seamers. I said pick your spinners. I didn't say drop every single spinner. But you have about 5 all-rounders in this book. I'm seeing you have people like Ocean Thomas, all of them getting picked in front of our spinners. What I am saying is,
what you see the problem I have we are doing too much bits and pieces players. We cannot depend on all-rounders to do what traditional bowlers should do. We cannot be picking the team in that way. That's the same problem we have with the test team, where we say, oh, Chase could bowl, so let us bat him at number 4. And he's going to, no, Myers could give us something with the ball, so let us bat him at number 5. Give specialist players an opportunity to do what they do. Don't say we have all-rounders who could bowl so we could pack it with spinners. I don't buy that.
My only problem is we brought spinners and the only reason we play Moti is because everybody else was sick. And I find
I was thinking for the second game though, I was thinking Moti and Hussein and no Walsh, no Hayden Walsh. I was thinking those two guys, Moti and Hussein.
Walsh looks horrible.
Walsh bowling too short. Walsh is good enough, but you shove two short balls, you know.
Walsh bowled too much short ball. I don't know if you guys will remember, but when he was going through that honeymoon period in when we were playing against Australia and I think Sri Lanka.
Then you talk about
all right, Marlon. It's not like I was bursting his bubble, but I kept on saying that I know Hayden Walsh Jr. I'm happy that he's performing now, and I hope he will continue. But yes, the leg spin is a very difficult art, but you can't use that as an excuse if you're a international cricketer and you're making the side as a leg spinner. You have to be able to stay consistent. And this is no surprise to me. Hayden Walsh performing like this is no surprise to me. In all honesty.
I think Badger was a leg spinner, right?
Yeah, man. Samuel Badger was a leg spinner.
It's good to have Badger mentoring him, you know.
My question was, sports we were asking, not for Walsh per se. We were speaking about. The comment was Moti and the spinner there, right? Akeem Hossain. They didn't do that. They continue to do strange things.
Yeah, they change it up.
That's what I'm saying. Because as the two of them could have hold longer end early, hold back over one each one. Akeem hold back one, right? And Moti they hold back one. So coming down to around the 17, 18 over, you throw them into put a little strangling on the team and then you bring in your Sigma stand if you want to. But they always people, at least at that side, not the selectors on, but the coach and them, whoever them do, I don't know, I ain't too sure what's going on.
All right, sir. Yeah. All right, so we're going to come back around. I'm not sure if Marlon was finished, but we'll still come back around after. We're going to try and get everybody's point to start off with. DeAndre, you can go next. Just give me a quick second. Yeah, go ahead, DeAndre.
Okay. All right. So in terms of the selectors, definitely transparency for me was the biggest thing because this fitness thing, you know, is not so transparent because you find out Ryan Cornwall making the team on the test team and that's still got to be chasing the ball to the boundary, you know, and all that type of thing. And you have other guys that not making the team based on fitness, you know. It would be good if they could somehow share the results. I don't know if there's a problem with like privacy, but you know, being more straightforward to come on to that, you know. In terms of the players now, Moti have been there for a while, waiting for his chance. He did well. You know, Walsh, he has been short on occasions. He's not consistent. In terms of specialist roles, I agree completely. In cricket, in his specialists, like all rounders are normal like a one spot. Like you have at first it was keeper batting at 7, and not expected to do anything but keep and do a little. No, keeper expect to bat in the top 6, and then number 7 would be an all rounder, you know. Or sometimes they put all rounder at number 8 and sacrifice a bowler. But I think nothing wrong with being an all rounder, and if you're a genuine all rounder. But you cannot be building a team on the premise of a lot of all rounders because you find that a lot of the guys that play together they will be competing for one spot. In reality, you would be having those guys playing on the same team, really, you know. You have express space, you have spin. Those are two specialist positions. You have a one all rounder, you know. And in my opinion, like you have like a shepherd that's not bad, you know. Odin Smith is express space, so I can see those two playing together. And I can see two spinners. I can see those 4 persons bowling, you know. But specialist batsman is another thing as well. You don't want someone who can do a bit of batting, you know. At the end of the day, batsman should just be batting, you know. Whatever bowling they bring should be a bonus. So that would be my take in terms of that. Players, I think they should have clearly defined roles. We're not going to demonize all around. You know? If a person can do both things, that's not a bad thing. But I think they can say, listen, all right, what if you give us a wicket here or there? I'm not care about that. Bowlers are there to do that. You make sure you bat. That's your job. I think they should just have that even Banner. For example, including Banner can give you a few overs. But they can't say to Banner, listen with Banner. I need 2 wickets from you. No, he's our number 3 batsman. What are you talking about? If you get 1 wicket at some point in time, okay, that's a bonus. But you're not going to say to our number 3 batsman to bring wicket. So yeah, that's just my bit right now.
All right, we're going to go to Mr. Lover next, but as I always say, you see, I like specialists, and that is how especially Test cricket. Cause we have 3-4 all-rounders, bits and pieces cricketers. The only way I want to see 2 or 3 all-rounders in my team is if you're a Jack Callis. If you're a Jack Callis, you can make the team by bowling or batting. So, and we don't have any Jack Callis here where the all-rounding skill is concerned. So, man, you know, and at the end of the day, when we look at it, it might be a case where these bits and pieces cricketers, they are probably better than our so-called specialist batsmen and our so-called specialist bowlers. You understand? So it's a whole lot of problem. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
But one more thing before Mr. Lover. You know, to call some of these all-rounders, bowling and batting all-rounders, they're not a genuine all-rounder. They're just a batsman or bowler who can do a bit of something else, you know. That's what I say. Like, I don't believe the whole thing about bowling and batting all-rounder, you know. Jason Waller is our premier all-rounder, and he really made the team as a bowler, really, you know. Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Lover, you there?
Yeah, man. Manners, everybody. Good night.
All right.
Oh, boy. What a good day it is.
Nah.
Nah. Hey.
Why you say it's a good day?
The Guyanese Shimon Hetmeyer fan club is rejoicing. The great Roger Harper has been dismissed. Anyhow, guys, the last game I saw a glimpse of hope, and against Ireland, all this only one T20. I would like to see Brandon King, Shima Brooks did look in the ODI again.
In the T20?
No. For the ODI, because it's only one T20. Other than that, please, get rid of Ocean Thomas, send him to England or Australia or New Zealand, somewhere, make you work on your bowling, and then come back. I was saying that we should have played Alzari Joseph in the last game. As it relates to the batting, I think we fell short by at least 30 runs in that last game.
Yeah, the last 3 overs, not sure, the last 3 overs was...
Not necessarily the last 3 overs alone, but prior to Bravo coming into bat, we were going at least 14.
When Spuran got out,
don't end up in
no
scoring rate dropped.
Listen. Before Bravo came to the crease, we were going at least 13, 14 runs over, right? Bravo came and kind of put a cap on it, get us down to at least 8 to 12 runs over, if that much.
No, man, I think you're being a little bit too harsh to it.
Funny enough, you know, I don't know if I was the only person watching, you know, but we had some good pace bowling and show, man, talking about some wicked Yorkers, man.
Yeah, man, I was on serious Yorkers,
yeah. 145, 146. Well, we hearing a lot of feedback from somebody's device.
I have to give them bowling credit because that guy, Dahani, my God, I won't want to see him in the test team. But other than that, the last T20
is the third to last person, Mike on in the third to last person.
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it'll give you some issue, man. Yeah, continue, Mr. Lover.
Other than that, in the last game, the feeling was a little bit better than the first one. The batting, superbly good. Although I think we should have sent Shepherd ahead of Bravo. Someone to keep the pace going. And with regards to the bowling, I don't know why, but they should have never bowled Ocean Thomas the full 3 or 4 overs that he got. Period.
Why, you see, I will even take on this Oshane Thomas thing again, because OJ, go ahead. Because you see, leave Oshane alone. Yes, OJ, you there? Nah, you're OJ at.
I'll be back in 15 minutes, you know.
Oh. All right, Sheldon, go ahead.
Good night, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sports City Boy, are you hearing me?
Yeah, man. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Right. Well, sadly, Harper own people didn't mean, because I mean the Guyanese was the people who was calling for the selectors and them to explain. Now, the selectors and them have nothing to do with the fitness policy. The fitness policy come from the cricket board. The selectors can only select who the board declares fit. Now, the board have their own fitness policy that apparently good for 6 months. It like any random drug test. You get a random fitness test. They call you in, they say, yeah,
you call it out of competition testing.
Right. And that good for 6 months and so on. So I wouldn't blame the selectors for the West Indies fitness policy. So if it's anybody we need to question Jimmy Adams and them. Jimmy Adams and Graves and them, right? In terms of that. Now, nobody on this panel here, because we have a lot of young people, could tell me you will set the same fitness standard for a veteran player who is like 33, 34 as you will set for somebody who just finished play under 19 cricket and is 21, 22, right? If a man cannot maintain his fitness as 21, 22, how are you going to groom him to be in the side? What will happen to him at 26, 27? He could be out of cricket.
That's why we say that the agility and all of that is different. We understand, but if you're going to set loophole, if you're going to set some amount of leeway, you can't set leeway for people that not performing.
So, question: how about Rakeem Karwal?
Well,
I can't chase the ball to the boundary.
Right? No. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm saying that
I understand what you're saying, man.
You cannot do it. Right? Because even a lot of them big footballers and them, when them fellas reaching the 30s, them fellas ain't running back on no defense. Them fellas standing up in the midfield. Right? But here's what? The deadly shot a goal and you're carrying them. The young fellas expected to run about and do the work. All right. Now, in terms of our performance in Pakistan, was a great performance. Right? Very, very good performance.
Great is the right word you want to use? Wow. You sure great is the right word? Yes, great. You sure that's the right word?
Yeah, it was a great performance based on what we had.
Make we hear. All right. Let us hear him. Yeah, Sheldon, continue.
Right, because no, Pakistan lost, to my recollection, 1 T20 for the entire year, and that was in the World Cup. Other than that, they win probably all the T20s they play. And for me, T20, your top 4 have to make the bulk of runs. The rest of them have to come in and make a 20 off a 9, a 15 off a 3, 5, 4, that kind of thing. The middle order and the lower order is just to add to your runs. If you depending on your middle order and your lower order to make the bulk of your runs in T20 already lost, because it means to say is either your first set of batsmen get out cheaply and you had to rebuild, or your first set of batsmen bat real slow and you're up against the run rate. So either way, you're in a mess, right? Now, if you look at Pakistan, Rizwan score what? About 2,000 runs for the year?
Yeah.
About Bruce Run score and Baba Azam probably score 1,500 runs for the year. So between them, they probably score over 3,500 T20 runs for the entire year. That probably more than the entire West Indies side score for the entire year. Right? Now, our batsmen, let us be serious, not performing. They are not performing.
Yeah, definitely.
And remember, we was talking before the World Cup. If you was going there and you couldn't make 180 every game, you was going to lose every game. Because that is the new benchmark for a T20. Now, in the last game, we finally batted in pairs. The first pair come in, one was anchoring, King was going. When one get out, while Puran come in and Puran started off slow, the next man was going hard. When he out and Puran went hard and the next man get in. Right? Now, Bravo come in, right? He came in as the anchor. He was going he started off slow, then he picked it up. He was going at close to 140, 136, 1 something, which is good for anchor because Smith and the New Zealand captain, they don't bat much.
Kane Williamson.
When they're batting in T20 as the anchor, they don't score much more than that until they up in the runs in the end. So I mean,
how far can you anchor to though? How far can you anchor to? In terms of the over, when Bravo came in when we had what amount of over left? Maybe about 5, 6.
Yeah.
Trying to remember. When Bravo came in.
Yeah, but three was in the end. I think we're being too harsh on Bravo because Bravo got 30 something from 20 something.
Yeah, he got 35 from 27. Yes, 34, 35.
Rahman Paul made 6 from 6.
Rahman Paul is the one who failed.
Yeah, and as I said, we're not saying Bravo failed. As I said, Bravo, he suffered some horrible, let me not say horrible, some excellent
Yorkers.
Man, they were good. They were good. Rahman Paul was struggling.
Those were good Yorkers.
Rahman Paul was definitely struggling. Yeah. Finish up, Sheldon. I think OJ is back. I was calling him earlier. Seems as if he's back. Yeah.
Bravo basically did his job as far as I'm concerned. And if the side could bat like that with that kind of thinking every innings, I am going to be a happy man. And then, the bowlers, them fellas young and inexperienced, coming up against some world-class batting. Because the Pakistan decided if West Indies could score that kind of runs, we, who are better batsmen, could do much better. And them fellas came out with that mindset, and that was the end of that. Yep. All
right, Sheldon. That's it for now. So the pitch was pretty good. The pitch was friendly to the batsmen. You understand? And I mean, our bowlers basically went back to what they did in game 1 in the first T20. The second T20 they bowled well. They didn't bowl too badly. And now the third and final one we were without Akil Hussain, but Moti came in and did his thing. You understand? But the pitch wasn't too bad still. So,
variations, you see doing Bravo of the wide of the crease. Different. It's like you're gonna get 6 deliveries, 6 different deliveries from doing Bravo versus these guys. They have a slow ball. The part have a slow bouncer. It does depend on a slow ball. So I think it's a pity that Dwayne Bravo wasn't around for a little longer work with these guys somewhere. You know, I believe they could learn a lot from him. You know.
Yeah, it's going to take a little time still because, as I said, all of these young fresh guys, as we would call them, going in at the same time, it would have been tough. Ravman Powell is the one that I saw going to Shepherd and Odin Smith and trying to speak with them on a couple of occasions, but. You know, with all of these young, fresh guys bowling at the same time, it was expected that we were going to be clobbered. And all of those skills that you're talking about, I am hoping that eventually they will develop, especially Drake's, because as we said on the live the other day, bowling at his pace, if his variation doesn't improve, he will not be playing much top cricket. Let me tell you from now. Bowling at that pace, if he's not able to sort of improve the variations, he won't be playing at the highest level for too long. Same thing can be said of the other guys.
Another thing again, I think they need to use a third man more, especially when they have Odin Smith bowling at high pace. I think Puran dropped the ball in that case as well.
I remember when we were on the live. Yeah, I remember when we were on the live, you were pointing it out while we were doing the watch along. All right, good. Yeah, OJ, you're back. Yeah, man, you can go ahead.
All right, so we're talking about the third ODI or the second? Which one we saying?
The T20. We're talking about the series in general and the decision to get rid of the selectors.
All right, so the selection part, the selection panel, I don't really think too much about that one because I think it's really a setup. It's just more to get people hyped about a change, some sort of change happening. Because as you can see, they chose to just use the captains and what's his name?
Phil Simmons as interim panel.
Why would you have so you knew their contracts were done when you signed the
contract
in the first place, right?
Oh. Okay.
So you knew that. And then at what point in the year did you realize, okay, this isn't good enough and we're going to cut these guys? Because at some point you
OJ,
I guess it would have been the pressure after the World Cup.
Yes, remember they said they are giving them some extra time. They give them an extension before.
But I just want to know, like, what point did you say, like, okay, this isn't good enough? Was it yesterday or last week? Or
you are correct, OJ. These guys, as I said, somebody type in the chat, these guys play cricket for tomorrow. They should have had somebody in mind to at least act for a period of time. Yeah, but continue.
You hire an interim that's not a classic interim, like a class interim hire. Like, you're putting the team behind the 8 ball for a good, probably the whole next year's council. You don't even need to think about that because these guys have personal vendettas against certain players. Just because the Guyanese are happy that Roger Harper's gone now doesn't mean Guyanese players are going to get selected. Because these same people that are in place now are the same people that when they have 15 or 13 players to pick from, they still pick the wrong final 11.
Yep.
But I don't think anything about that. So I'll leave that where it is. They need to hire somebody very quickly. It shouldn't be an interim for long, and they have a big series coming up against England. What, March? February? All right. So now to the games. They lost every game immediately as soon as the team sheet was selected. You can't go out there with 3 all-rounders. I'm sorry. This isn't Dwayne Bravo, Andre Russell, and Kieran Pollard. That's not the all-rounders you have. These guys are fairly unknown, fairly inexperienced. And also, they don't have the variations to be able to play at this level. The next part is it's such a dead bowling attack. You can't possibly take any wickets to make this a convincing game. So as soon as Pakistan kind of clocked it and started to take them seriously, you saw what happened in the last game, which is they didn't lose any wickets for 15 overs. It's ridiculous. 15 overs, you can't take 1 wicket. Nah, man, that's
it was rough. I mean, to be honest though, OJ, I'm going to let you continue. But to be honest, Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, these are the same 2 guys that batted against India and won by 10 wickets, So these guys are actually on form.
But let me say this. Shea Hope, what his name is? When Puran dropped Baba. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, was it after Gudikish Morty bowling?
Yeah.
Yes, first ball up. Puran dropped him, a big outside edge.
Wait, what was he on? What was he on?
I don't remember what he was on. 50 at the time. But yeah, no man, it wasn't even close to 50. It wasn't. I doubt
it was early, you know, it was
up
early.
that far.
It was off Moti. It was off Moti.
Yeah, yes. I think it was Moti. Yeah, man, Moti.
No problem with Moti. I wanted them to be selected. I would rather a young
player
for sure. But the other three people is the problem I have. Like, you can't select 3 all-rounders and none of them really bat high. They're not really exceptional at any one skill. So why are they being selected? You're just trying to. I said this about the test.
Hold on, DeAndre. OJ, why were they selected to play in the final 11, or why were all of them selected to go to Pakistan? Because you'll remember that it was sort of forced selection for the final 11 because of the COVID situation.
That's fair, but okay, Alzarri wasn't available.
I think he's there. He's there because he's supposed to play in the ODI.
But that's all about. That has all to do with the fact you're thinking about tomorrow and not. You have a World Cup in 2 years. You develop Alzarri Joseph. Give him game time. Why are you wasting time on some guys that aren't going to be playing in a year? No offense to them, but they won't. Like, they're not going to learn the skills that you're asking them to in 1 year. They're not going to get selected to play IPL. They're not going to get the experience. Alzarri is a bowler that Mumbai Indians choose every now and then. He's working his way in. He's trying to develop his game in all formats. He needs game time. There's no real cricket happening in the West Indies right now, so he needs game time. Play him. Shane Thomas, I'm not understanding that selection because I don't know what fitness test he's passing, but it's not a good fitness test.
It baffles everyone to watch him play. It baffles everyone.
I wouldn't even waste my time talk about that, man. Yeah.
It's the same one that Raheem Corner passes.
I would want a 6 months with O'Shane. I am no elite pace bowling coach, so I wouldn't be able to offer anything where bowling is concerned. Yeah. But where the fitness is concerned, I would want a 6 months with him, man.
But I'm not concerned about his fit is on bowling. I think he's talented. It's the fitness part.
It's because of the fitness. Is the fitness why he's not bowling properly? Is the fitness is the issue?
His pace has fallen off by like 5 miles an hour on each day.
Yep.
He's fallen off by a long way. And I remember the first time I thought he was rapid. Remember he took 5 for 19? Was he the one? Or no, that was.
I think it was against England.
Yeah, he was rapid.
The first time I saw that guy down by Sabina Park, I bowling to Chris Gayle. I was like, because I heard about him, but it was the first time I was seeing him when I saw him. And some will say that after the accident, because remember I had this car accident, it seemed as if I am no doctor. So some persons they think that some persons are saying after the car accident, it seemed as if something happened. Why he's not able to maintain a certain weight. As I said, I'm no doctor, so I can't explain it.
I don't buy that. I
don't know what the issue is, but I really hope he gets it together at some point because he's very talented. I thought he could have played in the test team or something. He's rapid. He's, I think, 6'4", 6'5". Like, he's definitely.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
He'd be valuable. So, all right, the next point now, the second T20, that was the one I was really disappointed in because I thought they lost the game 2 times. They lost it in the bowling effort with the last 3 overs. That just can't. And then when Pooran and Brandon King got out, and the Pooran one is the problem I have. That is the big one I have because I made sure I went back and watched his first CPL game. Because I don't know if you remember what Ian Bishop was saying in the game. He was talking about how if you look at the analytics and you look at the way this guy's gotten out, it's usually to the same strategy. You put on the left arm spinner, you put him around.
Yeah.
You'll go after it. So I went and found his first CPL game because I remember I watched it and I thought, this is a talented 17-year-old. It was CPL 2013, the first one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that CPL.
Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel. Yeah. I remember the game. He scored 54 of 24, and I know I remembered exactly how he got out. First time he popped Permal around the wicket, but it was on the offside to long on. So he keeps getting out the same way. In the summer, I think he got out the same way 3 times. I don't know why he keeps giving up his wicket this way. All he needs to do is see off the bowler because I think he had like 1 over left. He could have just seen him off. He didn't need to play the shot. And then that started to collapse. And West Indies was 1 wicket away from a collapse.
But funny enough, was it the same game that he got 14 of the same over before he got out? Was it that second game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 26 or 28 in total. Yeah, he just sped up at that point.
Yeah, I think before he played that shot and got out, he had like something like 14 of the same over. And then he got out. I think it was that same game.
I think the reason why that happened and why he was pressing is because he knew what was to come. And that was Shaheen Afridi and So that's why the third game, I don't look at the third game batting performance as anything, because I know the fact is Pakistan didn't pick their two prize bowlers. And that's what ended up giving the confidence for them to play good. And West Indies do this all the time. When the series is over, that's when they start to play. There's nothing to play for, so it's all right, yeah, we'll go for it. But that's it. That's all I have to say on that.
All right. Well said, OJ. I think, based on what I'm seeing here, I think everybody would have gotten a chance to go. A couple of persons fell off. But yeah, man, so it's basically open mic, as they would say now. So everybody got a chance to speak. I think Sir Ian is off to karaoke. And yeah, man, so we will just freestyle it up until about 8. We will close off at 8. So we can freestyle it. I don't know. We watch Ashes, you know, it's not West Indies alone. So if we want to talk some Ashes, we can talk that. Want to talk some football, we can talk that. You understand? The same West Indies topic is open, same way. So I don't know. What's on your mind, DeAndre? What's happening?
Yeah, Jaden Steele is doing well in franchise, you know. So
he's over by, where is he at?
I think he's in Lanka Premier League. I think
Lanka. I was watching a Lanka game yesterday, and Kennar Lewis got 20, I think, and then got out. Kimo Paul got run out without scoring. So what you say, Jaden Steele doing his thing?
Yeah, man. He's doing his thing. Maybe it could be a genuine pacey for us, you know. For T20 team, you know. But outside of that, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, because I think a few months ago we're talking about the same thing, that means a talented guy, you know. He may become a T20 mercenary, you know. And to be quite frank, you know, I don't think we can complain about that, you know, because honestly, people might talk about Russell Gale, all those guys, and about it. Frankly, any player that get the opportunity they would take it, really, you know, because it's securing a contract, you know. So but different from that though, and the under 19 are looking forward to that the most, because we have to be really looking to the future right now, instead of recycling players. So that's where my mind is right now, in terms of, like, it's good to have Shidran and Chanepal working with the under 19 team. That's a good thing. I hope we can revolve some good practicing in terms of the technical aspect of the game, because I think that's where a lot of our batsmen fall off. Where I saw a video of Manas Lagashane in the nest with Mitchell Stark, you know, and good solid defenses and all of that type of thing. Like, so technical wise, a lot of these guys they're solid, you know.
That guy hasn't failed outrightly since he was subbed on for Steve Smith, you know, when Jaffa Archer knocked Steve Smith, you know. I'm not saying he hasn't had a couple of low scores, you know, but Marnus Lamache, that guy is something else, man. That guy is something else. I can tell you. It's something else.
Technique. I think one way to counter the Yorker is to kind of bat out outside of a crease. The last 3 overs that the West Indies didn't make much runs. I think one way they could have countered it is batting outside of the crease to force the bowler to pull back his length a little bit, and then go back deep in the crease, get another ball and try to hit it that way, you know. I think that's another way to counter it. But all in all, I'm looking forward to see what happens for the under 19 guys coming up. And for these all-rounders, boy, I don't know. They got thrown into the deep. We can't be too harsh on them. It's only 3 matches.
Yeah. Plus, I as I said, I will be the first to say that, you know, I didn't expect any miracle. I wanted them to do something, but all of these fresh meat, as they would say, going up against, you know, this Pakistan team that we can call it is a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, man, Rauf and Shine Shafri, those are not joke bowlers, you know, man.
Yeah, man, they're. But funny enough, the guys that came in, to replace them, we're talking about high 140s just the same, or mid 140s, you know, where the pace is concerned. And I was listening to Ian Bishop. Was it Ian Bishop? Or was it other guys? A lot of these guys came up playing tape ball cricket over there in Pakistan, you know, and then they transitioned into the actual thing. But it was a good series. It was a good series to watch in terms of you know, going out there and seeing some younger face. We have lost a lot of games, but we lost a lot of games with some old faces. You know, it's just that we know that things might be different when it's a balanced mix. You know, but it was good to see these youngsters going out there and poor and trying to operate on his own. You understand? You know, one would say that the Australia series that we won, you know, Bravo was captain in the team and thing, you know, but it was good to see. It was good to see the guys trying and fighting. And let me say publicly, what's his name? What's the guy from Jamaica, the opener? What's his name again?
Oh, Brandon King.
Brandon King, yes.
Yeah.
Brandon King. I not going to be any hypocrite. I was one of them that was saying, how is it that Brandon King got selected when you had Shandapar Hemorrhage? Well, after they said that Hemorrhage was not fit. But I was wondering, how is it that you know, Brandon King, I would say, wasn't performing at the level that Shandapar Hemorrhage was performing at, and they selected him instead. But you know, he went and he did his thing. Was it the first game that he got out to doing that weird looking shot? I think it was that game. And then he got a 40, I think he got a 43 and the 68. Yeah, I think 68 and maybe 43. So I must say that I am really happy that he went out there and performed. Shea Hope also, he looked positive, he looked good. You know, if we are talking about, you know, selecting people based on runs and all of that, one could say that these guys had no reason being there where T20 cricket is concerned. But yeah, I'm happy that he went and he took on the challenge, and before the whole COVID thing, he was able to go out there and do his thing. So, you know, I am happy for that.
You know, we are not hard enough, so we have to also
and Darren, yeah, and Darren Bravo, you know, he got the chance. I was wondering, how is it that Devon Thomas was selected before him and Brooks, but then we heard that he wasn't feeling well. You know, he came in, got 35 off 20 something, didn't look too bad at all. You know, but it's as I say, I can't knock them. I didn't expect them to win because I have been watching Pakistan team, and I knew these guys were going to. I thought they were from the get-go when the team was named. I was saying that, you know, these guys were not going to win, but I just wanted to see them get a chance. The only sad thing where batting is concerned is that, you know, Shafeen Rutherford, I know he would have been another youngster, but I'm sorry that he didn't get a chance to play that series. You know, hopefully he will work on his fitness, and you know, he will be able to reach to the standard, and we will see some more from the man. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two things.
Yeah, Mr. Lover.
Number one, honestly, I like what I saw in the last game from Brooks and King batting together. So, if anything, I know Lewis is our number one opener, but
don't say it. Do not say it, Mr.
No,
Lover.
I'm not saying it. It's going to be a problem for that number 2 opener and number 3.
Oh.
If Hetmeyer doesn't get himself together, Hetmeyer might lose out.
I thought you were about to replace Evan Lewis. I know us Caribbean people. I know us Caribbean people. Our memories are not too long, you know. Our memories are not too long, but yeah, man, you bring a good point though, Mr. Lover. If Brandon King, especially, is able to really step it up, you know, and continue. You know, say for example, find back the form that he had a couple years ago. Remember when it was 2019 that he dominated?
2019, yeah, man.
Yeah, did well in the CPL. I think he still has the highest individual score in the CPL, 100 and maybe 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. And as I said, Shamar Brooks, who is a touch player, you know.
Well, he deserves a run in the test team for sure, you know.
Shamar.
Yeah, he made some best versus best runs that was overlooked.
So where are we going batting? Because for now it seems as if Nkrumah is going to work at 3. We're going batting at 4.
Yeah, man. You're going to take Sheo's spot in the test team for sure, you know.
So we would batting at 4.
I didn't know Sheo was at a spot in the team.
You see, I to be honest, guys, I really wanted Shea Hope to perform in the last series, you know, because I know that if they probably give him a next test series and we don't get anything from him, we might, well, I'm not going to say we might not hear from him for a while, because, you know, you're going to hear that he's classical and he's the most talented and he will be placed back in the team. But going into the last 2 test matches that we played, I was thinking that, you know, it would have been the perfect time for Shea Hope to really step up and say to the selectors, boy, I am grateful that you guys continue to pick me. You understand? But as I said, Brooks might need to get a chance. When Pakistan was here in Jamaica, when Banner wasn't doing much, I thought Brooks was going to play the final game. Didn't play. As we know, we can't really count on the best versus best games, but I guess that is what they picked them from. He got a century, so probably, you know, if you're going to work with Da Silva as the keeper and not Shea Hope, why not try and get a solid number 4? Why not maybe give Brooks some chance? You know, I don't know. It's
okay.
And you see, hold on, Mr. Lover. The sad thing about it is, you see, these guys that we're calling for, this is why our cricket is behind. When these guys are 28, 29, this is when we are looking for them to settle down in the team. You understand? So we're always behind. I watch a lot of foreign cricket, as they call it. You understand? And some of the teams, they have players settling in from 23, 24, 25. Shine Shafreed is 21, you know, and the man look like he's playing cricket for 10 years. The man is 21, maybe just about to turn 22. You understand?
The senior man in the ball now.
Rabada came straight out of the under-19 World Cup and went into the team. The man hasn't looked back. You understand? And as I said, our players were always behind, because when we are 28, 29, we are looking to settle down in the team and then get rotated in and out. If you look at some of the teams, the guys coming in at 22, 23, then they might get dropped for a couple of years and come back. Look at Zach Crawley. I know he's not in England's final 11 now, but he came in, did his thing, got dropped. We know we might be seeing him back. Ollie Pope is currently batting at 3. I can almost guarantee you that if he continues and if he performs well, in the near future, he will be batting a little higher. You understand? And we can't even talk about Marnus Lamachet, because the guy just made his debut basically, and the man is averaging 61, having played a couple of games. Well, probably, I think he would have overtaken. I'm not sure if he overtook Joe Root in the last outing that came out the other day, but I know he's in the top 3. It might be Joe Root, Marnus Lamachet, Steve Smith, go. I'm not sure of the order, but he's there. You understand? And the guy just started playing the game. You know, the man is hungry for cricket. Let me show you how hungry the guy is. The last ball that he faced last night, right? You know what the guy did?
6.
Was it last night? No, man, it wasn't last night. I think they were going off a close-up play when he was on 95. I think it would have been before he scored the century on 95, right? The last ball, the bowler ball, right? Just an average ball, just to show the guy's enjoying himself. You know what he did? The guy, shoulder arm, left alone, tapped himself. Well, Marnus Lamachet, well played, man, well played. You understand? So these are the sort of things. I'm not saying, we know he's extra and he likes to overdo things. But you see, these are the sort of things that you can see that the guy is driven. I can't really say the same thing for some of our test players. When they go out there, the last over, sometimes we are wondering if they are going to try and go over cover, if they are going to try and play a reverse sweep at a ball that is not there. You know, so you can't trust these guys. If you bowl a good delivery to these guys, some of these other international players, you know you might get them. But our players, they will try and play a reverse sweep, or they might do something even if the ball is not there to be played. So I don't know. Yeah.
Let me defend our boys. Listen, when you're not as good as somebody like Lamachet, you cannot be that extravagant. You don't have the luxury to be that extravagant, because you will be a laughing stock if you do these expansive leaves and that theatrics and then get over for 10.
No man, we don't want them picking up Marnus Lamachet's theatrics, you know. We're talking about, I'm coming to your OJ, we're talking about Marlon, you know, putting yourself in the situation that, boy, as fans, we can guarantee that these guys not going to try and go over cover, not going to try and chip down the wicket the last 3 deliveries of the day's play. You know, Marnus Lamachere trying to look like Steve Smith and all of that. We don't want that. What we want is security. I don't know, you know, Marlon, if you trust our players, but up to the last ball at the close-up play, I don't trust my players. My hand middles always sweating just to watch them play the last ball.
We need a tiger. We need a tiger, Mr. Reliable.
I can guarantee you that Marnus Lamachere wouldn't have done anything stupid. I mean, let us say he probably could have tried that leave alone, and the ball probably took edge based on how he's doing it. But in terms of being in the moment, I guess we need our players to be in the moment some more. But
one thing I would say, and guys, one thing I would give Lamachere credit for is scoring a century, scoring at a strike rate at 33. Listen, the level of concentration you need to do that is second to none, because you have to leave a lot of balls in order to accomplish that.
No, but that is what the man enjoy the most. You think Marnus Lamachere enjoys stroking the ball? The man enjoy leaving the ball and then say no run. That is what he enjoys, you know. But you're definitely spot on though, Marlon. You're spot on. You're definitely spot on. It takes a lot of concentration. Yes, OJ.
Yeah, Marlon isn't wrong in what he said about they're not as good, but they're often their big problem is that they're failed by West Indies cricket, man. Shamar Brooks, I noticed you brought him up, and the fact that he's 28, 29, 30 probably. Is he?
Funny enough.
He disappeared. He disappeared.
Funny enough.
He was gone out the system for a long time, and he came back, did this thing in first class cricket, and he's still not getting the selection he should. Like I remember he got selected for the COVID test matches, and he had a 50 in one game, and he showed sparks. He showed like a good technical application, and then after that, I haven't seen him since till recently in this current series. And he played good this game, and I probably won't see him again for another year. Just how it's gonna go. But they failed him. They failed him in the development stages. When you talked about somebody that spoke about the under-19 World Cup.
Yeah, I think the guy. I think if I'm not mistaken, OJ, I think Shamar Brooks captained West Indies under-19 team. You know, if I'm not mistaken,
You're right.
Yeah, he was Virat Kohli at one point in time. Was it Virat Kohli that said that?
He was in the same names as
I think it was Dravid. I think it was Dravid, one of those Indian legends. It wasn't Kohli.
One of those guys actually said that Shamar Brooks is the best looking West Indies batsman.
Yes, and
they would have seen in a while.
I know the story you're talking about.
But I don't remember. I don't remember who or when.
That comment was made when he was on West Indies A tour. That's where they said that.
But yeah, OJ, you're spot on.
Yeah, like guys like that, they get wasted. They get transferred over into first class cricket and stuff like that, and then they can't find their way, and nobody's helping them. So I see a lot of the players. I see things in them. I'm like, wow, you have this, you have this, you have this, but you just don't have the simple thing in terms of scoring singles, scoring runs when it's hard to score, making sure you keep your wicket, make sure you can defend the good balls, those kind of things, decision making, those kind of things that come with playing the game over and over again, playing more games, applying yourself, scoring in tough situations, and when it's good, that just doesn't come. So I it's hard done for them to actually get that type of criticism. They just don't have the resources to succeed, and that's the problem.
Let me say this though.
So it's as if we're always a step behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me say this though. You see, one problem I have, and let me give the selectors some leeway. Our players are not forcing their way into the selectors' eyes. They're not.
No, I'm not talking about selectors. No, not the
no, man. No, I'm making a point different regarding the Shamar Brooks thing. Remember when Jermaine Blackwood got dropped from the team? Blackwood came back to the first class scene, and Blackwood piled up the runs. The last game, Blackwood had a double century. It was impossible to ignore Blackwood with those performances.
He made some runs.
We are not seeing. Yes, and I watched that game when he got that 200.
Yeah,
I watched that game online. Listen, if our batsmen are going back to the first class scene and piling up the runs, and I'm putting Shamar Brooks in that vein, then they will not be ignored. The problem is these guys are going back and averaging 30 25.
Let me.
You could be ignored.
Let me chip in a little, Marlon. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong, but I think what OJ was saying, probably you're referring to something different, but I think what OJ was saying is not when they come up and get dropped and then go back in. I think he was saying that being so dominant, coming out of the under 19 level, you know, they should, the process should bring them, not saying at the level of a Lamashi or a Rabada, but dominating the world, basically, are playing that well at the under 19 level. How is it that they just phase out for a while?
Leonard, but look at the problem now. These guys are still playing first class cricket, even though West Indies are not selecting them. It's not as if these guys cannot play first class cricket, you know. Shamar Brooks.
They are saying they should be dominating.
They should be dominating. Right. If you average 15 first class cricket, there is no way they will not look at you. Because we see how Devon Thomas dominate. And look at Devon Thomas' story. Thomas dominated in the region and he got multiple opportunities at the test level when he should not have gotten some of them. But the runs that he piled up in the first class series, in the first class scene, made it impossible to ignore him. These batsmen are coming with these bits and pieces of skill. They can be ignored.
Hold on, we're going to give OJ a chance to clear up. To clear up. Yeah, Marlon, we hear you.
My whole thing is not the going up and down kind of thing. My thing is that first opportunity when you step into first class cricket from junior cricket. Yeah, there's a lot of adjustments you have to make as a man, and also in your fitness and in how your body looks. All those things. Where are the resources to help those young men actually translate the skills that they have from junior cricket to
that's going to be a problem.
That's hard. You can't expect a young man who's 18, 19 coming up. And in fact, in other countries, they get them from 16, so they've already started playing first class cricket before they've left the under 19 setup. So that's another problem. But there's so many things that they're lacking that it becomes overwhelming. It takes a long time to develop. And that's why you see them come back at 25. They come back and score some runs and hear their name again now. And it's like, okay. And it's the same thing. The same translation has to happen between first-class cricket and international cricket. And then we all know that the first-class setup isn't good enough, which is why you see these guys, they average 50. They're batting on pitches that are either too flat or too difficult to bat on. And then they're not being able to apply because they haven't faced the conditions that international cricket offers. That's a whole failure with West Indies setup in general. Like, it's hard to get somebody to succeed when they haven't experienced anything like what they're facing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it goes back to the point that our batsmen are not performing at the first class level either. Like,
you cannot perform. You cannot perform. I'm telling you, you cannot perform if you you're taking a test. You've studied for math, and the teacher's giving you a biology test. You're not gonna succeed. I'm sorry, you're just not going to.
Bring that to the cricket. Let me understand what you're saying.
But question, guys, look at our first class, right? I guys were laughing at me the other night when I mentioned the name Devon Smith, but really and truly, no. I'm not saying he should get selected. No, in doing time.
Yeah,
I'm saying that. The young guys are not performing either. If you look at a few first class seasons before now, he was one of them that's really scoring runs. The guys who were supposed to be banging and stepping up, you know, they're not really scoring runs. You know,
they're not doing it. They're not.
Right. So when he succeeded.
That's why I call his name, just to show how ridiculous our cricket is. You know.
No, but look when he's succeeding in his late 30s.
Can step in our team right
now.
No,
man, Devon Thomas been succeeding at first class level, man.
Yeah, Ryan. People like Devon Thomas and Ryan Hines and these guys, they always perform regional from young coming up. Yeah. That was the next name that I always wondered. Why is it that he wasn't able to move on? Ryan Hines. Growing up, he's another player that really did well at the regional level, but just didn't work out for him at all.
But to my point, look at Salazar. Look at Salazar's average.
But
Salazar is in the 20s, and he had more than first class season.
If I'm not mistaken, Salazar is averaging, I think, 22 or 23 now. So going into the test the other day, Marlon, I think we were excited about. I think we were excited about seeing him because he was a bit of a change, and we're hoping that he would bring something. But in truth and in fact, as what Ian Bishop said, if we were to look at his average coming through, then it's highly unlikely that if you are not able to conquer first class, it's highly unlikely that you're going to come up and play a couple of series and then, really average 40, 50. You understand? So we understand Marlon. He played a couple of seasons, really not conquer it, average poor, and he's still getting the team. We were all excited and calling his name because, I guess the John Campbell and the Shea Hope back and forth. We wanted to see something different.
Recycling players. Recycling players.
The fact of the matter is that the players coming through not good enough because our system here is not as strong and man averaging 30 and getting in. If you look at some of the top teams, man averaging 40 the high 40s and still can get in, and they're averaging high 40s in more competitive.
Leonard, look at Will Pakowski. Look at Will Pakowski for Australia.
No man, here's the problem with Pakowski now. Here's the problem with Pakowski now. I don't know what is wrong with his technique, but you're aware that the man has been concussed about 10 times in a Virgin.
Yes, from rugby and cricket.
I really wanted to see him, because I had his name in the bag to go to Australia, and until he got concussed again. So, they said that he need to go and play some cricket. But whatever it is that needs to be changed, there's something. When you go for the hook or the pull, no man, you cannot be getting it in the head that often as an opening batsman, man.
You see, against England, that's not a problem. That's not a problem against England. They don't have the bowlers for that.
No man, but if you are going to be successful, OJ, you cannot be getting it in the head 10 times and not at the international level.
There was a batsman, I can't remember his name, but he decided not to ever play the short ball. He just decided, look, I'm not playing. I can't play it, so I'm not going to play. I can't remember the name. But I think that's something he might have to try. Just don't play it. If you can do everything else, just don't play that shot.
I think you can do that because they're only allowed so many bouncers, 2 bouncers per over.
About 2, yeah.
Yes, so you could just duck. And very few bowlers could give you a good shot ball to scare you. So when you see Mitchell
Jimmy
and the Bumrahs,
if you have to go against his own teammates, then that's a problem. But
Broad
and they're trying to bowl forward.
Yeah, the pace was up. Probably just Markwood, maybe only Markwood.
Yeah. And if when Archer gets it.
And Archer. Yeah, but generally speaking, though, guys, I am no international coach, but in all honesty, I don't know. Well, he's at a bigger level, and I coach youths, but I don't know if somebody getting hit in the head that often. I don't know if I don't know if I want you dying on my watch.
He really is unlucky, though. He's unlucky.
Marlon, the guy can bat, The dude can bat. I have seen him.
Mr. Lover he's backstage.
Oh, Ajay?
Mr. Lover, he's backstage. He's been messaging a couple of times.
Oh. Yeah, the dude can bat. He can bat. You understand? So I was definitely looking forward to seeing him. This guy that is opening with Warner. What's his name? Harris?
Harris. Yeah.
He's had too many chances.
As much as I wanted Usman Khawaja to go when I saw that Pakowski wasn't going to go, I really wanted Will to get a chance. But no man, I can't see past it. I cannot see past getting. No man, that is dangerous, man.
Let me tell you, he's very unlucky for that to happen because look at somebody like Shea Hope. Shea Hope cannot play the short ball to save his life, but he's not been concussed yet. And we have other batsmen who cannot play short ball, but they've never been concussed.
No, but
he's just very unlucky. Very, very unlucky.
He's playing in Australia. That's different. That's why he's getting concussed.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
He's going up and remember, Plus
the pitches are built.
Are quick, but I am hoping that he will. He's 22? 22.
Yeah, he's very young.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he will eventually come good. I understand, but it's weird. It's weird though. It's weird. But funny enough, Australia seem to have this concussed thing about them. When Steve Smith was the first concussed man to be substituted, Archer actually smacked Marnus Lamashane and they almost had to take him off.
In the same
I was watching an interview and he was saying that I won't be the first sub to be sub. You understand? As I say, OJ. So boy.
No, but I weird. Saw in that same game, in the same Lords game, he actually got hit too. and he was down for a little bit. In the same, he scored 40 or he had a half century, I think. He was 80.
No, he had a half century. That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. After the game, the interview, he said that when he got hit, he got up and started batting because he was saying he was not going to get. Yeah, he was not going to be the first substitute to be substituted. You understand? But it is what it is.
But hold on, I have a concern. I've observed that some of our batsmen are not using the helmets with the neck protection. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has observed it. Puran helmet don't have on the neck protection. Blackwood, a few our batsmen. Remember the unfortunate
Phil Hughes. Phil Hughes.
You're right. And they start using helmet with neck protection. Well, some of our batsmen are not using the helmet with the neck protection at all.
Well, a lot of them not using it in international cricket, generally speaking. A lot of them not using it. Yeah. I guess Blackwood and Puran, they are such good pullers of the ball. I guess they don't need to, but it's definitely a good point though. It's a good point. You understand? It would be just like, I guess, you see, some persons when they are confident in their ability, adding things that they think adding things might cause them to feel off. Just as how you see some of the guys they are not batting with the forearm guard. Same thing in football. You will see some of the guys come with some shin pad as small as my little finger, because some people think that the added gear or the added thing might allow them to feel weird or feel funny. So but it's it's a part of safety.
You remember that Vivian Richards never wore an helmet? He never played in an helmet.
Yeah, he never played.
Dennis Lilly and all those Australia.
Yeah, but the funny thing is the technique was so different, Marlon, because those guys, the footwork was, we were talking about it the other day, the footwork was so good. Those guys would step across and they would be looking to hook or pull the ball.
And eyes on the ball, that's key.
Yeah, and they're watching the ball. So, even though Dennis Lilly and Jeff Thompson was so quick, most of the guys step across when the ball is coming to the body line, and they would be hooking from here. You understand? Yeah. So if they miss the body, majority of the time. Our guys from once the ball is halfway, they take their eyes off it and start doing this. So
I don't know if you guys are watching the game, but as I've seen, all of the batsmen seem to be getting hit in this area under the arm because they're not working. So
all right.
When they miss the ball, they end up getting these problems where they're trying to defend and then everything is in the way. Then their footwork isn't correct with the back foot shot.
All right, exactly. Hey, you know who I saw got a good hit the other night? Was it Joe Root? Joe Root got a nice one, man. He got a
right up in the rib.
Yeah, Joe Root had a nice one in the rib area.
I saw Marnus, he got two in the same 100 he got just now. He got two.
Marnus got two.
One on his wrist as well. Boy.
Okay, guys, we're talking about test matches against England and Australia. Next week we have them both 5 matches total. 3 England, 2 Australia. We're going to Australia.
I am not looking forward to West Indies in Australia. Let me be honest.
I can't wait.
Wait. Hold
on.
Wait, Marlon.
Let him finish.
We're going to Australia for the first time, which is basically pace bowling. Who is that deadly four you're working with, if them ever deadly?
Well, it's a possibility that it's going to be 3 plus Jason Holder. It's always going to be 3 plus Jason Holder. So, Shannon Gabriel, once he's fit, he's going to go. Right? Roach is going to be there if he wants fit. Jaden Seals is not that quick.
And Jaden Seals.
Jaden Seals is not that quick. Where's it? Shamar Holder will be
is not that quick either.
If fit.
Who is that?
Shamar is not that quick either.
I heard a new voice just now. Who is that?
Mario.
Stuart.
Oh, it's Stuart. So you say Shamar Holder will be coming through by then. But remember, Shamar Holder is 130, 130. I don't know.
No. He's at his best. He's about
138, man.
Nah, at his best is like 140, 142K.
No, sir.
That's time ball at the CPF.
No,
I listen to him.
130 at best.
I think he was run about 130.
The highest bowling speed Shemar Holder has is 139.8. That's the highest he ever went.
I remember seeing him in 130s. I don't remember seeing 140.
He's 135 on average. He's averaging 135.
Hold on. Where's the Stewart? You see him clock that in the CPL? CPL?
Yeah, he didn't do it consistently, but in a game I watched him, if it was the rhythm that was different at the time, but you don't know. All right, if that's a fluke, then Jason Holder, you remember the 2019 World Cup when we were playing against Australia, when Jason Holder recorded like a 140 something ball. I thought that was something was wrong with the
speed gun malfunction. That's like Flo Jones world record.
I never seen Holder bowling not even 138 before, and he recorded 143 in that game. If you went back and watch that game right from start.
I don't remember Holder being that Shemar being that quick still, but hopefully he gets it there.
The thing is, with Shemar Holder, he has the bounce and movement, and in Australia the pitches are generally fast. So even if a bowler is not 140 and a flat wicket, once you're able to maintain like 135 throughout the day, and put in the ball and off some line and length, you're gonna get purchase in Australia.
You know who I would want to see?
You see how the Englishmen are struggling with 135?
Niall Smith.
No, because England bowlers not bowling the right length to the batsman.
I don't know if Niall Smith is that quick. You know who I would want to see on that pitch? I'm just worried about the sharp ball. Gabriel, yes, but as Alzarri. I haven't seen Alzarri in a little while.
Alzarri would be a good bowler in Australia.
I haven't seen him in a while. But if Alzarri is able to get a good rhythm and get a good length, my problem with Alzarri majority of the time is the length, not necessarily the line. The length is the problem. It tends to bowl, he bowls a lot of sharp ball. If he's able to get the ball up like Jaden Seals is able to get it up there, I think Alzarri will. I'm not saying he's going to out-bowl Australia, but I think he might cause some issues.
But if you look at it, most of the time when West Indies give Alzarri the ball is already almost 30 overs old, and then Alzarri has to be an enforcer coming in to experimenting, trying different things to get a wicket at that time of the game. I never yet see West Indies give Alzarri the ball like 12 over. You have Jason Holder bowling 130k up. Jason Holder can bowl in time of the day.
But Jaden Seals get the same treatment and his returns are better.
No, I'm
remember is a second change bowler at this.
I'm saying usually if it's Seals and Roach who are the leading pace bowlers playing in the game, barring if Gabriel is injured and not playing, it would be Roach, Seals, Holder, like Roach will bowl 5 on average and Sears bowl 5 up front, that's 10, and then it will be Holder and then rotate with either Sears or Roach again and not Alzarri until probably like the 28th over or somewhere there where it's closer to lunch or somewhere where they're trying to enforce something and try to get another wicket. When they feel the captain's so defensive, have a man there, and he has to be trying a lot of stuff. So, end of the day, we can say the guys aren't bowling well, but you gotta look at the situation of the game that they get the opportunity to do some stuff and the protection they're getting in terms of field set, all of that stuff. So it's not only one point you can look at.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. We're putting our bowlers together to outgun Australia. Who are the batsmen that are going to face Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, Pat Cummins, and whoever else they come with? Who are the bowlers that are going to face those guys?
That is No, you're asking me who are the batsmen that are going to and not one. Who in the West Indies team can face Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc at their best? If Joe Root is having a hard time,
I'm not looking forward to this. That will be a nightmare for us.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're playing. I don't think they're gonna play.
They're gonna rest them. They're probably gonna rest
Australia.
them.
That series for Australia is the second series in their summer, so they're not gonna play. They're gonna play Jai Richardson, Michael Nesser, and those type of guys.
But funny enough, Richardson and those guys good.
Richardson's very good.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. With Australia, and India. I'm not even gonna say South Africa or England or put Pakistan there yet. With Australia and England, their second team. And India, their second string bowlers is almost just as good as the first team bowlers.
You wait, man. You think you guys see anything yet with Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf? Based on what I am seeing. The guys,
that guy's gonna get burned out. Shaheen Afridi is gonna get burned
out. Hold on. You're not listening to me. I'm saying the guys have something cooking up down there. Based on what I am seeing and what I was hearing while watching the T20, those guys have about 6 other guys apart from those 2 guys who high 140s.
They do that a lethal
Watch this. If you want to see what Pakistan have, go on their YouTube channel at anywhere close to 10 o'clock. They show their first class games. You can watch. I watched the first class games last night.
Yeah,
they have some elite bowling. Elite.
All right. I am not guessing now. The guys.
No, you're right. You're right. They got some serious space down there.
So I said Shaheen Shah gonna burn out eventually.
No.
I mean,
hold on. He made the statements. I want to hear him justify it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying at the rate Pakistan playing him for like games against Bangladesh and West Indies, personally, I wouldn't play Shaheen Afridi against West Indies and Bangladesh. I'll let the guy rest. But again, he may not because he's young. So.
T20 cricket, age 21.
No, they play him in the test matches too.
No, man. We're talking about
is it all?
Okay.
Come on, he going to play all formats, but we're talking about all these little series. In the series of T20, you play, man. You understand? Why I'm not too worried about him? Why I'm not too worried about him? The older you get, it's a possibility that you might lose a yard of pace, but guess what? Bowling with left hand and I am certain he's going to develop some more skills. So it's still going to be so not all the time he's going to go full out on the body to pace the ball. But
who remember Nathan Bracken?
I'm going to come to you. You guys will remember Mohamed Amir. I don't know if you guys remember when he burst on the scene at 19. It was just amazing. So sad that it was just so sad that he got caught up with Simon Butt and those other guys in the situation.
Good.
He was 19, right?
Yeah, 18. He came on at 18. No,
man. When he got banned,
he was 18.
No, man, I'm saying.
He was 17 when he just started. When he got banned, I think he was 18 when he got banned.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When he got banned, I think he was about 19.
Yeah, he played the series in Australia and then England.
The guy was good. I
can't forget Shoaib Akhtar.
Yeah, man. Those guys are cut from a different cloth, you know. Ashish Nehra. We know he made his debut at that age. I was just trying to remember when he was banned, if he was 18 or 19.
Yeah, it was the same
when
time.
When you have a population of 200 million people, you could find good fast bowlers.
Plus, not even only that.
Not even only that, when you're in a country where cricket is the main sport, not like out in the Caribbean where we have a lot of sports to choose from. Yeah, we have.
Yes.
Hold on, not even only that. Look at who is their prime minister. Look at who. Not even only that. Look at who is their prime minister. The highest office in the country. The highest office in the country we have to look up to. Look at who is the prime minister. Imran Khan is the prime minister.
You know he's going to put everything for cricket.
Well, I mean, not say he's going to enforce or put, but it's the highest office. People usually tend to look up to the person that is in the highest office. So, the cricketers definitely see that as more motivation and thing. So.
Yeah. And you can see Pakistan playing with a lot more passion since he got involved or in the position that he is in now. You can see differently. Pakistan used to be like people compare Pakistan with West Indies. You can't do that no more.
No, man. The passion is always there. The issue is the consistency. I guess they put together a good unit now, so they are giving you the results. They are not as
It's not the unit they put together. They fixed their first class system. I had watched when they went to England and toured. They had like at lunchtime they show a series. So they were showing how they came back. Yeah, they were showing how they came back to be able to play cricket in Pakistan.
Yeah, I think he was.
Hold on, Stuart. Look here.
Part of that development was the fact that he fixed the first class system. So they had like 10 teams before, and they took out 4 of them, so that was more into 6 teams.
16.
The talent they weren't playing teams with talent that wasn't at the level. So now the talent is focused in one place. That's what West Indies need to get to. They need to get every team playing quality players all the way.
Can you guys hear?
And it makes sense, and we're seeing the results now based on what is happening. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
Okay. We have England and Australia next year, right? This is my second point. I was looking at what happened against South Africa in St. Lucia. If we could get back those kind of pitch, I think we can beat Australia in their own backyard.
Hold on, go again. I didn't hear. No, hold on, where's about the pitch?
The pitch that
hold on.
The pitch that you played on against South Africa in St. Lucia, if we can get back that kind of pitch and train on it and pepper our batsmen, then they'll be good enough to beat Australia batsmen bowlers.
They may not be alive by the time we're ready to go Australia.
What I'm thinking, though, Mr. Lover, what I'm thinking, you see, preparing a pitch like that Nakia and those guys came and peppered us, it might give them an opportunity to I'm not saying it's similar conditions, but it might give them an opportunity to really go out there and face some quick bowling. But them being able to consistently but against remember, it's not only going to be the pace, it's going to be the skill and the deception. That is majority of the time that is the problem, the skill and the deception. I know we're afraid of the pace, but when you mix it with the skill and the deception, it might be an issue. But giving them a pitch like that might not be a bad idea to start to get them moving their feet. But it's going to be a total different thing when they come up against the skill and the deception of these guys.
The one point you need to add into that is the fact that the rule in Australia is you have to score 400, which is why England probably aren't going to win a game. So you have to concentrate for at least 150 overs, which West Indies is not concentrating for 70. So I don't see.
So it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Listen, you know how many great test teams, how many great Indian test teams, English test teams, and West Indies test teams go to Australia and lose? Our boys have no chance to even be competitive.
These guys not going to manage them.
If they make 250, they make a lot.
Like such a thing, those guys and Dravid and those guys went there and lost badly. We think Blackwood and Brathwaite. Come on, man.
These guys, they're not going to manage it, man. I understand what he's saying. You see, like when they go into certain conditions. Say, for example, they are going to tour now, and they know they're not going to get a lot of time in the country before the game actually starts. You prepare a pitch. I don't know, you're trying to create some sort of muscle memory in terms of how you're going to evade the ball. Because I can't even say play the ball. Because these guys are not going on the front foot and playing. It's either they evade or they get out. It's so in a way, but I don't know, man. The guys can bat. Sometimes I don't want to say it, but you see, I watch a lot of cricket, guys. So it might sound a way. I know that I'm no cricketer. Sometimes when I say this, people might say, then why you don't go do it? Why are you not there? Because I am not a cricketer. I can't bat to save my life. But I can look at a man and tell you if he can bat. The guys cannot bat in comparison to some of the top teams. That's it. Guys, we talk about these things because we are passionate but the guys cannot bat, man. We have to be fair. The man them can't bat, star. The man them cannot bat, man. Listen, no, man. I sugarcoat it, guys, because I don't want it to look away, but the man them can't bat, Virgin.
Guys, I think we're looking too far ahead. Let's focus on England that is coming. Listen, the only difference between West Indies and England is Joe Root. If we are being honest. Right. If you take Joe Root out of the England team, they perform just as poorly as West Indies.
Very true.
No mistake.
You know where England reached? England reached West Indies after 1995. That's where they reached. If we're being honest, that's where they're at right now. You know, they have one star player in Brian Lara, right? And then they have some bowlers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and everybody's garbage.
They are feeling their way through, and it's they have to be careful, you know, because Broad and Anderson cannot continue for too long. You understand? I was of the opinion that what's his name? Or a guy from Barbados playing for them, Archer. I was of the opinion that Archer was not going to be injury prone based on his bowling technique, but I am wrong based on what I'm seeing here. You know, it can be because maybe after the surgery he might recuperate and don't have any problem in the but based on his bowling technique or effortlessly bowls, I was thinking that, you know, he's not going to be too injury prone. He looks relaxed. He's not, you know, hustling and bustling and thing. But if they don't be careful, they might slip, even though they have a good system, first class system coming through. And this now Broad going through. Mark would they can depend on him, he breaks down a whole lot. As you guys saying, they are feeling through the top order. Burns, I don't know what is wrong with that man. Zach Crawley is coming through, still not stable. David Malan, he's a hit or miss every sometime at test. Exactly. Oli Pope talented, you understand, but he's not producing. He's not producing. So I don't know. They might find themselves in a real bad situation. You know, similar to what Sri Lanka actually trying to turn the corner now, you know. But remember, they lost a good amount of players. Same thing with South Africa. You understand? And they lose the players in close proximity. You understand? So England have to be careful. I don't know what
I think England is there for the beating. I'm being honest. If we can get Joe Root under control and then pick off the other batsmen, I think they are there for the taking. I am not particularly scared of the English bowlers in West Indian conditions at all. The last time they've been here would rough us up in the last game, but the series was concluded by then. But your Anderson, your Broad, in West Indian conditions, they were not that effective. And I don't expect that to change much. You're saying something, OJ?
Yeah, I was saying Roach is gonna have a good series because their technique is just flawed. Roach is gonna pick them apart.
Listen, I want our bowlers going up after
bowlers against them. And
yes, I want to see that.
And not a lot of them are actually safe, you know. As I say, Roach is safe. Malan, we know how he plays his game, so Roach might be able to string together something to get him out based on how attacking he plays. The other guys, as we say, Oli Pope is talented, but he's not secure. Burns.
Oli Pope is actually
Burns. I don't know what is wrong with that man. For the life, I don't know what is wrong with that man. I don't know what is wrong with him. I haven't seen anything that weird looking in a while.
You notice that what his name is? Zach Crawley has the same issue that our boy Myers had. That wonderful double century. A summer ago. And he was on top of the world against Pakistan. I mean, the commentators were lauding him like, yes, we found another great one. And Diamond in the rock.
They sang his better than him.
He didn't look too bad.
Some car Sanchez after.
Brick. Yo, Lennox, add up Sachin.
Oh, Sachin. And I was actually looking at, I'm not seeing him in the thing. Sachin, if you're hearing us, try and get in the thing. I'm not seeing him. I am only seeing OJ, Marlon, Mr. Lover, and Stewart. I was looking at Zach Crawley and he was looking good. You know, he was looking real good. You know, I think he's extremely tall. So what they were analyzing is whether or not he will be able to really get his bat down in time when he comes up when he goes up against some extreme pace bowlers. I'm not sure bowling Yorkers. I'm not sure what's happening with him now, but
he needs to talk with
Kevin really Peterson. Fell off.
He needs to talk with Kevin Peterson. Just have a talk with him, because
I
think they're on the same height. The same
issue.
And he had the same issue earlier.
But he is in the He's in the squad up to last night while I was watching. I was hearing the commentator saying depends on what happened in this game. England might draft him into the squad and who's the other guy? Some other bowler. Yeah.
He's in the squad, but
yeah, he's
the
over
guys,
there.
The guys, I said this on the first live. I don't remember who I was saying it to, but you see, the bowling, English bowling, not going to really trouble Australia right now. When we looked at the first game, I don't remember who I think it would have been Ronaldo, and we were saying that Mahmoud would have been a better pick over hold on, I'm hearing some feedback, man. Mahmoud, mute the thing, guys, or exit the YouTube thing. And I was saying Mahmoud would have been a better pick over Ollie Robinson because of the pace, but we have to remember that Robinson he didn't do too badly in the previous series, if my memory serves me correctly. You understand? But it's the pace. Those sort of bowling not going to trouble Australia at all. And then we know Mark Wood, as I was saying, I thought they would have played him in all the games. The pink ball now, day and night, you know, they expect James Anderson and Broad to work magic with the pink ball. Didn't really work. You understand? So England, they're in a spot of bother right now.
I wouldn't play those two in the same game. At this age, I wouldn't play Anderson and Brad again in the same game. I would play either one and Lee and bring Mark Wood. Because they can't take out Chris Wokes because Chris Wokes apparently they're looking at it that he's the one that's lengthening their batting.
Same problem with Cindy's up.
Yeah,
that pieces players. The same issue.
So when you look at it, England is just Joe Root that's separating England and West Indies. And I know they're gonna put Shea Hope in the mix for the England series and talk some shit about him being the most technical.
So what Jeff Archer? What's wrong with Jeff Archer, by the way?
He's recuperating, man. Think the surgery. It was not tennis elbow, but he did a surgery, and I think he's recuperating. You understand? But I don't know, guys. You see. Where West Indies is concerned, I don't know who is going to save us. I don't remember who. I don't know if it was Ronaldo on the live the other night. He was telling us about. I don't remember who was telling us about Sarwan reaching out to about 3 former under 19 players that were doing extremely well, and he's working with them. Personally, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any article or anything, but I don't remember somebody was saying it. You know, so I am hoping that will bear some fruit.
Yeah, that's also right now. That's also right now.
If I don't miss anything in West Indies cricket, I surely miss Shiv and Sarwan batting. Like those days are gone as far as you could sit down one whole day and just know that all right, that's gonna be a 200 wicket partnership, or this partnership gonna bring back West Indies in the game. Those days are long over, guys, and we gotta be realistic. Nobody in this current West Indies team can bat out a whole team.
Hold on. Somebody having
the last batsman we had was Marlon Samuels when he was at his best there until the politics kept it.
Hold on, Stuart. I'm saying that somebody is playing something in the background. I'm not sure if they did not exit the YouTube. I think when you come onto the thing, you have to exit the YouTube. So it doesn't make any noise, and then mute. Yes, Stuart, you can finish. You were saying something about Tuts.
Yeah, I was saying Marlon at his best was the only one at one point when Shiv was there that was helping Shiv, and then Darren Bravo before Dave Cameron and all of that. We know that go. But yeah, and that was around 2016. Late 2016, 2017. I don't see anybody in West Indies team batting. 1 in 10 test match, Craig Brathwaite give you a score at 90, still can't make the 100 or at 70, and that's it. So,
that's right. These guys can walk. Sarwan and Lawrence Shanapak can walk back in the current team right now and sit down those youngsters. You know, that's what bad the team is. Chris Gill could walk out with Craig Brathwaite in the next match. That's how bad it is right now. That's what it is right now.
Let me say this. Don't give these guys any ideas because Frisky might declare he's playing test tomorrow. So let's hold no suggestions and keep those to ourselves, please. Don't give
hold on, guys. I think almost 5 minutes now I hear Mr. Lover trying to say something in the background. Was it you, Mr. Lover?
Don't forget, I'm going for sin out. Go ahead.
I see the guy Ashish Nira enjoying himself. Guys, Ashish Nira is back, man. We haven't heard anything from him. Well, after Pakistan trampled India, we didn't hear him, we didn't see him, and then I think he came back on the last live. But Ashish Nira, it's really a pleasure to have you back, man. You're always very lively in the chat there. I see Ashish Nira and Contact 20 enjoying themselves. Nira is saying that OJ looks like what's
Jerome
his name?
Taylor.
Jerome Taylor.
There might be family who to tell. Talking about Jerome Taylor, boy, injuries are really rough thing, man. Jerome Taylor was coming into his own. He was coming into his own when he started getting injured, and then he was bored. I still remember that century that he got against. I think it was against New Zealand. Was it against New Zealand in
106 of 107 deliveries
in 2009, man? I was still in high school, and I remember my friends and I left. We as you would say, we sneak out of school during lunchtime. I went out by a shop close to the school and was looking at the game. Yeah, man. I think it was that game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost certain it was that game. Yeah, man. But
it was 5-5 against England as well.
Yeah, man. Was it at Sabina Park? He took that.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we said, those are the good old days, and looking forward to the future. We are just hoping that at least two. I can work with two, or at least one quality batsman. If I get one quality batsman that can play Test cricket coming out of the Under-19 World Cup next year, I would be happy. I would be happy for two, but if I can get one to slot him in, you understand, and then. I know that I will not be able to convince Nicholas Pooran and Hetmeyer to play straight test, but the ideal world would be to have those guys and then have one good batsman coming out of Under-19 slotting in. But it's not going to happen, so all we have to do is just watch and see. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
Right, guys. My friend,
yeah, Mr. Lover.
We getting some feedback on DeAndre, they said.
Oh, sorry.
It's DeAndre. Yeah. I don't know if it is the mute or you have to exit out of the YouTube thing. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
Yeah. So I was going to say, Sarwan said he's going to do the Under 21 or Under 23 in Guyana, right? But he also said he's working along with Matthew Nandu, who's currently in the Under 19 team.
Yeah. He's the vice captain, I think.
Yeah, he's working on him to get him up to speed for Test cricket. So, with that being said, the two batsmen I'm really looking forward to see in this Under-19 tournament, Teddy Bishop and Matthew Nandu.
Yes, Bishop, definitely Bishop.
I'm saying, who is the vice captain? Is it Nandu or Bishop? One out of the two.
I think Depiza is the vice captain.
Depiza is the vice captain.
Depiza, who is the captain again?
No, the other way around. Depiza is the
captain. Depiza is the captain, man. And Nandu. I think so. But whichever way it works, I hope Sarwan do that. You understand? Because I am happy he's looking this way. I always see Sarwan as a man that would go into politics. That is the sort of man that I see him as. But if he is able to do that for us, and he's able to get two solid youngsters, boy, I don't know. We couldn't repay him at all.
True.
We probably would have to put him on a thing where West Indies cricket give him a salary every month. If he's able to get two quality batsmen. Yeah, man, we take him in back and give him a farewell test. But
yes, that is the reward they're giving players.
In all honesty, if Sarwan is able to do that for us, no man, I hear a lot of feedback, man.
DeAndre.
Is me seeing it? Hold on.
Yeah. If Sarwan is able to do that for us, man, I I couldn't pay him. I don't know. As you guys say, probably would have to give him a farewell test. And I would fit Shiv in there right away to and give him a farewell. Make him get peace out. But in all honesty, guys, we definitely need to step up. We need to step up. You understand? The cricketing world has passed us. You understand? From my barn and listening West Indies cricket, I hear in this song the anthem. But what is it? For 30 long years, we rule the cricketing world. Now the rule seems to be coming to an end. From my barn, I hear that thing. I want to hear a song that's saying we are no rule in the world again. You know, that is what I want to hear. And if Bravo and them guys want to sing song for us, they can sing that we are ruling instead of giving licks. Hey, it's funny, you know, I know the guys don't get a chance to sing that song, you know, man.
Hey, guys.
It didn't work out this time. Champion work out, but this one didn't. This one didn't work out.
True. Remember that 19-year-old I was speaking about from Antigua, Demari?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man said he's going to England. He's going back to England next year.
Makes sense. What if he's not going straight into the if he's not getting straight into the West Indies team? Why come and play regional cricket? But so, Mr. Lover, before Marlon go, it seems as if you have some good connection with the guy. You can't convince the guy to play for us. Or why is it that we don't?
He wants to play? Okay.
No. If he's at that level, you know, the other day we heard the selectors saying they are eyeing up certain players. Oh, I never hear any of them talking about this young man. Is it that he's not on their radar? What's happening?
It always goes back to small island bias, I think, but they don't want to be outright and say it. But I heard from somebody within the West Indies fold, a part of the media team, that he's one in the making who they're trying to see, but still they need to see him again. So I sent the information that he did last year, the 1,593 runs, and somebody said they're gonna try to push it again to see what happened. But he said if he go back to England this year and he perform like this or even better, it would look good for him.
But this is my question. How can it be small island bias when
in the runs is
under 19 team? No, not only that, Lunax. Is he eligible to play this under 19 cycle?
Okay.
Or did he not get called to the camps?
Wait. This is what I was told, right? First thing first, when the camps was called, he was in England playing. Second thing, he said he wanted to play for the under 19 this tournament. However, he's turning 20 during the tournament, and that disqualifies him from playing.
Oh, that might have disqualified him, but what happened before?
All right.
Because I understand turning 20 in the tournament and can play. But what happened before? What happened? I wasn't hearing about him.
I can't tell you, but if nothing happens in the next 2 years, you're gonna lose him to England. That's all.
Well, the good thing is if he's putting up the runs, then he will definitely get a chance. Because at the end of the day, the team is not West Indies team is not packed with batsmen. So if he continues to do what he's doing, then I am assuming that he will eventually get the go ahead.
Go ahead, Marlon.
But all this,
so like a dance, they are aware that he exists.
Go ahead.
Cricket West Indies is aware that this young man exists.
Yeah.
I want baffle me. Baffle me.
The problem is, to be honest. I listen a lot to Ian Bishop, and at least Bishop is a man that I would have expected to hear him say something about him. But as I say, Mr. Lover, while we look to close, we soon close off, guys. As I said, Mr. Lover, England will take him if we don't grab him, because I am almost certain that the man that is opening for England right now with Burns is I think what's his name? Hamid?
Yes.
Yeah, Hasib Hamid.
Yeah. I'm not sure how his transition went, you know, but I'm almost certain that he's Indian, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Probably just Indian descent, and he would have. It's a possibility
he went to school there all his life, so he's fine.
Oh, okay. But as I say, we can't afford to lose anybody. We cannot afford to lose
this
anybody.
This is what I don't get. We brought Salazar into the fold after performing so average. And let's be honest, the man has performed below average. And he got brought into the fold. And you have this young man racking up runs, albeit in England.
Yeah.
And we can't hear from him.
That is what I'm wondering. That is what I am wondering to Marlon. It's weird.
Like who are making these decisions? I think is what I don't understand. There are some players who you hear a buzz about. Outside of this channel here, I don't hear nothing about this young man. Funny enough,
I did not even know the man. When Mr. Lover brought it up, I actually saw the stats. Remember, Mr. Lover told us the stats and then he sent it to me on Instagram. So the man exists. The man exists and his stats are there. The stats are there. The stats are there. I don't remember the thing. I would probably have to find it one of the time. Mr. Lover would be the right man to
What's his name? South Wales Cricket stuff. Go on Google, type in Damari Benter, and when you see South Wales Cricket pop up, press on it.
So is he playing in the top county championship?
The youth program, and he's being looked at to play in the county cricket in the next 2-3 years.
So he's not at the county level yet?
No, but he's with the under-19 team for England and other local youth teams too.
I mean, at this stage, anything we can get, we will take no once. Anything that is anything or anywhere close to quality.
Let me ask you this question. When last you see a man go on his front foot and pull a ball from like a foot stump line straight over cow corner for 6?
Hitmire.
It's not impossible.
I never see Hitmire do that.
Probably Russell.
Russell is not good. Red ball.
Russell is not good out. Russell is not good outside the half stump, but when he really goes out there, red ball.
Yeah.
Probably. I can't remember, but maybe Johnny Beerstow or one of them guys.
I can't think of any.
I can't think of any. I can't just tell you probably somebody who would do that. Somebody like Johnny Beerstow who is very strong pulling the ball who probably do them sort of things.
Or on the Villiers, Mr. 360 maybe. You
know. Okay. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna jump out.
Yeah, I am actually looking to close off to Mr. Lover. You know, I have to run. We were saying 8 o'clock, but we go all the way down to 8:30. Not a problem. Always a pleasure talking cricket with you guys. You know, just that you know, I have to run and do some pickup.
Yeah, Ashish Mira say Hamid is a Pakistani descent.
Yeah, one thing with Ashish Nira, you know, Ashish Nira won't let anybody own up his cricketers, you know. So we're saying he's of Indian descent, but he's saying he's of Pakistan. You know, so I hear Ashish Nira. It's always good. Ashish Nira, you need to give me an interview, you know, man. I am always here yapping off, and a man like you that would have done it at the highest level. You need to give me an interview, man.
No, the man got come.
Quality spinner, eh?
I tell you, man. But yeah, guys, boy Sachin come in when we're running. But we're gonna have to leave it right here, guys. Hopefully, tomorrow. I mean, it's the holidays now, so I guess I am going to be free a bit more. One, you know, it's only sad that West Indies is not going to be playing, but I guess we can come on and talk some cricket, you know, because it's the holidays now. So we're going to be rushing out of here, guys. Marlon, OJ, Mr. Lover, who else we had? Sheldon earlier on. We had Sachin Snow and, you know, DeAndre. We had Stuart. Ian was on and then he left and went to his karaoke. To all of you guys that were on, I am extremely, you know, happy to have had you guys on here with us. It's always a pleasure to sit down and talk cricket with you guys for what, 2.5 hours. You know, my views and my opinions alone don't cut it. You know, sometimes I fall off track, sometimes I am boring here, boring there, and all of that. But it's always good to have a good mix up. You know, I really appreciate you guys spending the time to really come on and help to bring the message across. Yeah? So just go and big up on yourself. And it's the Christmas season, as they say here, especially in Jamaica, the silly season. I am asking you guys to be careful on the road. You know, wherever you are in the world, be careful. You know, worry with the whole heap of fast driving and the whole heap of, you know, just be careful. See? So big up on yourself, guys, and we'll check in back another time. Likomos. Yes, Ashin.
The video that you posted about when the selectors got fired, check the comments where that guy was bashing you. Check what I told you.
No man, I saw the guy saying something and I was telling
yeah, check the reply that I replied to him.
Let me tell you something, Sachin. When I see people post, let me tell you how we do it here, you know. We accept all opinions, you know, but opinions are always different from disrespect. So it's when people come on and disrespect the thing, all I will say to them, do not waste your time listening to me then. You know, but I am not going to encourage anybody to go ahead and curse anybody. I am happy with people disagreeing with me, and that is why I do the live show, so you can come with your opinion and we trade blows. But when the disrespect come on, all I'm going to say, don't waste your time and listen to me. I will delete the comment if I feel, and then I leave. But Sachin, don't waste your time and argue with anybody. I understand what I say. All right,
big up for the algorithm. 50 more subscribers to get this.
Exactly, it works.
Hope you get to the 7,000.
I guess we are pretty close. We are what, 6,000, maybe 800 and something.
6.95 thousand. 6.95.
Yeah, so the thing will go on. So we're gonna leave it right here for this evening, guys. So big up on yourselves, eh? All right.